Hello, Coolies. Welcome to Barca Live. The Champions League is back. It's match day 3 of the league phase. We face Olympiacos at home at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, and Pablo Wolves tonight, or this afternoon rather, we need the 3 points.
Yes, we absolutely do, Robert. Champions League is back yet again after this international break. We're always excited when the Champions League comes around. It's at home. Of course, we lost to PSG last time out in the Champions League, so we want to get back to winning ways. And like you say, sort of afternoon, evening game, weird sort of kickoff time, so we hope everyone is still here tuning in and hasn't been caught out by the strange kickoff time. And of course, we're hoping for 3 points. As you say, we need the 3 points in a big week for the club with the Clásico on Sunday. All focus on tonight and hopefully a big win in Europe.
Right, well, I want to say hello to everyone who is watching us on this Barca Live, who's watching us on YouTube. Hello to everyone. Thank you for following us. And I guess you want us to talk about Barca's lineup. So let's get it on our screens right now. There you go. Barca's lineup with Szczęsny in goal and some changes in that starting 11. Koundé, Cubarsí, Eric and Balde at the back. Marc Cazador and Pedri as the two midfielders, with Dro making his Champions League debut ahead of them. Up front, Lamine Yamal, Rashford and Fermin. We'll see if it's Fermin on the left. If it's Rashford on the left, we'll find out when the game starts. But interesting lineup, Pablo.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, I mean, Flick had some big decisions to make today. He really did. I mean, he's quite low on players really right now, Hansi Flick. And he said that, of course, in the preview. He said it's a difficult time for the club, of course, naturally, with how many players we're missing. And there's not really many options to rotate with, so he's going to have to be brave. He was brave with putting Toni Fernandez in the false 9 role on Saturday against Girona, and he's brave here again by putting Dro in the number 10 role today. So let's see how he does. It's his Champions League debut for the 17-year-old. He played, of course, the first 45 minutes against Real Sociedad not too long ago in La Liga, just before the international break, and now gets his big chance in Europe. Fermin, we're expecting to play off the left. Let's see how that works out. He may interchange with Rashford, who we thought was going to start striker on the weekend. He ended up playing off the left with Fernandez down the middle. So let's see how Barca end up lining out. But I think it's as strong as Flick can go right now. He rests De Jong too, which is an interesting call. There's the Clásico on Sunday. He's not got many players, so Flick has to adapt. And look, I'm excited. It's a strong Barca team, and we hope for the 3 points.
I like it. I like that Dro gets the opportunity once again. He started against Real Sociedad. He admitted himself that maybe it was a bit of a muted debut, that maybe he could have been a bit more active asking for the ball. So now now's
his chance.
Yeah, checking off the nerves of the league debut, maybe it's his afternoon to shine at the Olympic Stadium. I'm excited to see Dro. I thought that Fermin was very good the other day in the second half, in the 45 minutes that he played coming off of the bench, coming off of his injury. He looked fresh. He looked ready to go. He created 2 or 3 good opportunities for Barca, and we'll see if Rashford starts in that number 9 position as well. There's a lot to talk about as well. We'll see how that defensive line fares against Olympiacos. We had a bit of trouble against Girona. The players are on the pitch. They are warming up already. There you go. The players jumping onto the pitch. I want to ask you, Pablo Wolves, and I want to ask our fans who are watching us right now, who will be the key player in today's game? Will it be Cazador in midfield? We've just said Frenkie de Jong starts from the bench today, maybe for Flick. Clásico in the horizon. Rest de Jong, give him a few minutes rest. Fermin coming back into the lineup, or is it the debutant, the Champions League debutant? Is it Dro?
That's a tough one. It is a tough one. I do think that Cazador's got a massive role today, because I'm expecting Barca to have a lot of the ball and pin Olympiacos in. That will obviously mean that then counter-attacks are going to be key for the Greek side, and he could be key to cutting up play. Dro, I really hope, is more involved than maybe like he would have wanted against Real Sociedad, which was a different game because they were so deep themselves. Let's see how Olympiacos set up in this one. And Mendilibar, we know he likes to play football, so let's see. But I am going to go for Fermín López. And I'm going to go for Fermín because I think you're right, Robert. I thought he was excellent against Girona off the bench. Even just looking at the highlights, he just shot constantly, which we like from Fermín. He's a brave player, an ambitious player. And let's see the role he has today. We're imagining or expecting he's going to play off the left. But I still think he's going to be crucial. And I think he's going to get on the score sheet today.
I agree. I would like to encourage our fans to see. Let's listen to Hansi Flick.
In the Champions League against Olympiacos, two different philosophies to play football. What kind of game do you expect?
No, we are focused always on ourselves. So I think it's important to show our best side. So we want to start really very focused, and we want to start also to press them. And of course, we want to win this match.
Today there are some news in the lineup, like Ronnie Bardechi, Draw. You have full confidence with them. What can they bring to a team?
No, for us it's also important that we manage the minutes. I said this also yesterday in the press conference. So Frankie runs a lot of high-speed meter. In the last match against Girona in a different position he normally played, and so also for us it's a good option to bring him in the second half, and it's good for us. And also for the other, Fermín is new in the pitch, on the pitch, and also draw, showing the training really good performance, and he deserved to play today.
After the win in Girona, how is the team coming into this game?
We will see. Hopefully, very focused, because we need it. Because they also, the transition is very fast. They have a target player, but also the second ball they are really good. So we have to take care about these things. But also we want to keep the ball. We want to manage the game. This is the important thing, because this is our strength. We want to do this. And at the end, it's most important thing today. 3 points.
Thank you so much, Hansi. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
The words there of Hansi Flick saying, De Jong, there's a lot of minutes to be played. We need him to rest. He might come on in the second half. He's one of the players who runs the most, Hansi Flick said there. And hoping that the team will come in eager after that win against Girona. He said yesterday that the mood in training was excellent after that last-minute win against Girona. I want to remind our fans that they can become members, YouTube Premium members, or following our Barca channel, our Football Club Barcelona channel. If you would like, for example, to be able to interact with us on our live chat, become a premium member, because it's a premium-only live chat. There are a lot of perks, a lot of advantages to being a premium member. You'll get special emojis that you can use on the live chats, loyalty badges, early access to new videos, members only shorts, members only live chats, members only videos, members only live streams as well. And Pablo, the members, the premium members, can actually ask the players some questions as well.
Yes, they can. I know. Yeah, we've seen that in recent weeks, which
we
is
saw
fun.
it yesterday.
Yes, we did. We saw it yesterday in the preview. I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching this were watching that preview, of course. We heard from Flick, we heard from Fermín. And yeah, you're right. They get to send in little questions, and we ask them to the players, which is quite fun. And I'm sure the fans enjoy that too.
There you go. Well, if you were questioning whether to do it or not, come on. I encourage you to do it.
Get on it.
Get on it. Okay, right. 21 minutes, 48 seconds until kickoff. Let's talk a little bit about Olympiacos. There is their lineup on our screens right now, with Solakis in goal, Costinha, Retzos, Pirola and Ortega at the back, Hetze, Dani Garcia, Gelson, Chiquinho, Podense, and Pablo, maybe the biggest threat of all, El Kabi up front, their top scorer this season.
Yeah, he's certainly the one to watch out for, El Kabi. We know him from a few seasons ago at Olympiacos now, and he's been strong there for quite a few years. So he's certainly one to watch out for. He's probably the threat that Barca will be looking to try and cope with. I look at Daniel Podence too off the left, because Flick has spoken about the fact that Olympiacos had to come forward quick and cross into the box. He's a tricky winger, so let's see if Barca can cope with him. But certainly the main threat, with 5 goals in 7 league games so far this season, is El Kabi. Although, Robert, as we discussed, they've still not scored yet in the Champions League, Olympiacos. So in that regard, they're going to have to try and improve in that department today against Barca.
Let's keep it that way. Speaking of threats, Lamine Yamal, they're warming up with Alejandro Balde. We're looking forward to a special Lamine performance. A Lamine special. Right. I think with 20 minutes remaining, we can go to Guess the Player. I guess we can test our fans, and we've got some special pictures of that last-minute win against Girona on Saturday, which was quite special, wasn't it?
It was dramatic to say the least. Yeah, we were just watching our reaction to the Araujo goal off camera, and it was one of those where you're just screaming and going mental, and I'm sure the fans were the same on the stream. So hopefully, well, or maybe not hopefully more of that, because that would then mean we've won it in the last minute. Hopefully it's a bit calmer today, but we hope for more reactions like that.
Right, well, here we go. Guess the Player. The first one, in it comes. Picture there, a thumbs up after the game. Who might that be? I think off of the silhouette, it's easy enough to guess. Let's let the answers trickle into
let's
our
get them in.
chat.
I think I've got this one, Robert. I think I've got this one, but I want to see what the fans have got to say.
I would say that this is a beginner's level.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a little thing that I can't see on it, which I think he does have on, which I'll maybe say at the end, which would make it a little harder to guess who it is.
Okay.
But
something that would be on his left arm.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Well,
I think
FX Fall has the correct answer. Let's see if there's anyone else taking part here. Durpo, Mac Lundqvist. Everyone seems to agree that this is, in fact, where am I?
Get him in there, Frankie. I knew it was Frankie de Jong. It's one of those, Robert, that you're right. From the silhouette immediately, I could see it's de Jong. And if the fans agreed, I'm sure. But just in the actual photo, you can't see the armband on his left arm. So I maybe thought that it's a little harder, but no, they got it easily.
De Jong, who's not in the lineup today. Right, next one. In that celebration of the Araujo goal, the shirtless Ronald Araujo, who got shown the yellow card, of course, with Frankie in that celebration as well, who is the player who we've, that
one's harder.
Yeah.
That one's a lot harder.
Who we've question marked. Who might that be?
That one's a lot harder. I was going to say Koundé, but I'm more certain that's Koundé behind him.
Koundé's the one behind him. Yeah, I'll give you that.
There's De Jong with his armband on. I'm trying to look at the number he's got on as well. Is that an 18 for Gerard Martin?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Right, well, FX Fall says Fermin, it can't be Gavi because obviously he's injured. Gigiloy says Koundé. Koundé's the one in the background. Okay. Durpo has the correct answer. And the correct answer is... Dun, 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 Rooney Bardghji.
Rooney.
Who made quite the difference in the second half.
He was good, Rooney. Yeah. I've been impressed with him, and hopefully he gets some more minutes today off the bench. That was a tricky one. That was well done.
Oh, good job, Luis, who came up with us.
Another tricky one.
And here's another tricky one. The last one. I'm going to give you and our live chat some clues.
Okay.
Or one clue.
Okay.
In the lineup tonight. In the lineup against Olympiacos. This player is in the starting 11 today. Who is it?
I'm thinking Fermin. I'm thinking a lot of players here. Maybe I'm torn between Pedri and Casado.
You're torn in midfield?
I'm torn in midfield, yeah. I don't think it's Fermin. I don't think it's billed as Fermin. I think it's Pedri or Casado, and I don't know who to go. I'm going to go Pedri. Final answer. You're
going to go Pedri. Okay. Is it correct? Is it not? I'm waiting for a couple of answers to come into the live chat. There's one Casado guess. There's one Balde guess. And Pablo, are we going to hit the OK or the error button? You say Pedri. The correct answer is... It's Casado.
I've been caught out.
Well, while you recover from that mistake, let's listen to Pau Cubarsí. He talked before this game.
Pau Cubarsí, bona tarda. Nova jornada de Champions, jornada número 3 davant Olympiacos. Dos estils segurament de jugar al futbol diferents. Quin partit esperes?
Esperem un partit intens, un partit on haurem de nosaltres donar-ho tot per treure la victòria, perquè ells vindran aquí segurament a donar-ho tot, i jo crec que hem de continuar treure una bona dinàmica, que és l'important per treure els 3 punts aquí.
Quina importància li dones al partit tenint en compte una primera victòria davant del Newcastle, derrota davant del PSG en aquesta tercera jornada?
Bueno, venim d'una derrota a l'últim partit de Champions, però jo crec que no ens hem de fixar en allò i ens ha d'ajudar que el partit d'avui millorem 4 detalls que ens van faltar a l'últim partit i avui intentar donar-ho tot.
Com a central, en el dia d'avui, què creus que et poden exigir més? Buscant a l'esquena, amb velocitat, què creus que és el que has de tenir més en compte avui?
Bé, pensem que ens intentaran buscar l'esquena de la línia defensiva, però jo crec que ja ho tenim parlat i hem de tenir molt bona comunicació per estar tots junts.
Escolta, molts lesionats, però al final el més important, diu Hansi Flick sempre, que és l'equip. Imagino que no hi ha excuses avui.
No hi ha cap excusa mai, encara que tinguem alguns jugadors claus lesionats, som una plantilla molt bona, que tots poden jugar tant de titulars com de suplents i ho faran a la perfecció, així que hem de confiar en tots nosaltres.
Pau, gràcies i molta sort.
Moltes gràcies.
No excuses. We're a good team. We need to get the job done. The injuries don't matter. You need to get the 3 points anyway. And like it or not, we have to agree with Pau Cubarsí. Let's see if today we can manage to suffer a little bit less against Girona. Let's see if we can start to correct those... Well, I wouldn't even say mistakes, those issues in terms of the high press, for example. There were a lot of questions yesterday, Pablo, about that high press.
Yeah, there were in the build-up to the game. You're quite right. A big topic, a big discourse was the missing players. How did Barca cope with that? And a lot of the response was, look, we've got a squad to cope with this. There's full faith in the players. You know, it's not an excuse. We just heard Pau Cubarsí saying the same thing. And you're quite right. There was a lot of that discourse around press, the high line, getting it right. I think we saw Flick say his players need to be a few metres in different positions from the start to actually stop that ball coming over the top and threatening us. Let's see if that's already been rectified ahead of tonight's game.
Right, well, let's go over Barca's lineup. If you have just joined us, we are playing tonight with Szczęsny in goal, with Koundé, Cubarsí, Eric and Balde at the back, Casado and Pedri in midfield. Ahead of them, Draw making his Champions League debut, Lamine Yamal on the right, Fermin or Rashford on the left, Fermin or Rashford down the middle as the number 9 as well. Rate that lineup from 1 to 10. You know the drill. 1 the lowest, 10 the highest. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I like debuts.
Yeah.
I like that Lamine Yamal starts. I like the Cubarsí and Eric partnership as well.
Yeah, it's starting to be built quite solidly.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking anything away from Ronald Araujo, who, by the way, showed us the other day that he can be the striker if needed as well. And I like that Fermin is back in the starting lineup as well. I think that's important to start getting players back because the injury list is long, Pablo.
Yeah, there's lots of positives. I think you're right. There's a positive in the fact that we're rotating certain players. There's also a positive in the fact that we've got Fermin back in the lineup, which I'm hopeful for. And of course, we also like to see chances given to youngsters, such as the case with Dro, which I'm really delighted about. And Rashford through the middle, if that is the case, is quite big too. So let's see how he fares.
Right, well, keep your comments coming. Do you like the lineup? Do you not? What would you have done differently? Who would you like to have seen, taking into account, of course, that Joan Garcia, Ter Stegen, Gavi, Rafinha, Olmo, Lewandowski, all out, all injured, all unavailable. So a bit more limited options for
There's only
Hansi
so
Flick.
much we can do. Yeah.
There's only so much we can do. I'm really looking forward to see this Champions League debut for Dro.
Yes.
It was very exciting to watch in the preseason. I remember those 10 minutes he came on against Vissel Kobe.
Yeah, and the great goal he scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. He's a really gifted player. I mean, I actually remember last year he scored a few screamers in the UEFA Youth League, actually, funnily enough, for the under-19s, and very highly rated in the youth sections of the club. And that sort of position there for the 10 is perfect for him. It just depends on the game, because against Real Sociedad, they were really deep and he didn't have many spaces to actually advance with the ball to look for space. Let's see if it's a bit different tonight, or even if it is a similar sort of game to that one, whether he's able to learn from that first game and say, I know where to position myself now. I know where to be braver, because it must be so nerve-wracking the first, few games. And tonight will be nerve-wracking for him too in the Champions League. But, this is a kid who, as we saw in pre-season, has clearly got mature head on his shoulders. He's got ability striking from the edge of the area. So we're really hoping he can be that sort of number 10 that we've seen from Fermin and Olmo, who can strike, who can get us goals. He's that sort of profile.
I'll tell you something also. Draw, and I think Barca can be thankful to the league phase draw that this game wasn't played like in the reverse, that we didn't play in Greece in the Olympiacos hell. In the Greek hell. I think it absolutely benefited Barca that we're facing Olympiacos at home in this league phase.
Yeah. We were just seeing a few images of their fans, actually. I've seen a few of them before going into the game. no doubt they'll make themselves heard tonight, even at Montjuic. And yeah, it's one of those games, isn't it, that away from home, it just becomes 3 points almost more harder than it would be if you play them at home. So we'll take that for sure. And like I say, I've got no doubt that they're going to put up a fine fight today, Olympiacos. I really don't. And, I'm sure they'll play good stuff. And they've got the threat up front. They absolutely do. They've got European pedigree too from the Conference League win they got a few years ago. So they'll be confident they can do something. But Barca, despite the absences, will want to make sure that they focus on themselves, play their football, and hopefully keep things pretty calm.
Right, well, there is a couple of comments I'd like to read out. FX4 says, Rashford is so good. I love the loan. Also, who is on the sideline? Is it Thiago? Flick is banned. No, Flick is not banned for tonight. Flick is good to go tonight. It's in the league where we've got issues that may or may not be solved from now until Sunday. We'll see. Mac Lumbis says, I wanted to see Rooney, but besides that, I like the lineup. Good minutes from Rooney. But yesterday, actually, Hansi Flick was asked about Rooney, and he said, I also have to think about who I want on the pitch ending the game.
Yeah, it was interesting that.
Yeah. I mean, with the 5 substitution rule being implemented a few seasons back now, it's an important thing about. I need to think who I'm going to finish the game with. If we need fresh legs, I need someone with fresh legs, clear ideas, ability to create opportunities like Rooney for the end of the game. And that's what happened the other day against Girona.
Absolutely. I'm sure Flick will be as tempted as anyone to line up with Lamine, Rashford and Rooney and have, in a way, all 3 of his main attackers that he's got fit right now out on the pitch. But he knows full well that he does need something in reserve. And it was interesting. You mentioned it, Robert, the press conference. The fact that he mentioned that, I found that quite intriguing. And I'm guessing that was his thinking again today, that he's going to put Dro, give the fate to the youngster in Dro on the number 10 and Firmino off the left, where he played very well, by the way, against Girona over the weekend. And then keep Rooney in reserve should needs be.
Right, well, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go until kickoff, so I think we should quickly pre-game quiz this. So we should get the pre-game quiz
Let's do it.
on the screen. And the first question coming up is a historic Barca Olympiacos question. Which of these 90s Brazilians who played for Barca didn't play for Olympiacos? There's 2 of them that did, 1 didn't. Is it option 1, Giovanni Silva, option 2, Rivaldo, option 3, Romario?
You're trying to catch me out here, Robert.
I am trying to catch you out.
You're going for a question.
I'm fully aware that you were born in 2002. That 90s football sounds like something ancient to you.
The Ice Age. This is tough, I don't want to be really stupid, but I feel like I saw a video of a Rivaldo shirt for Olympiacos. So I could be playing completely dumb there. So I feel like it's not him. Romario, I just don't know if Romario played for Olympiacos, and Giovanni Silva I have less recollection of. So I'm going to go for... Maybe the chat can help me. I'm going to go for Romario.
You're going to go Romario.
I saw something from Rivaldo that could have been completely fake.
Okay, well, it's all 3s in the live chat. Matt Lumbis, Pablo Coppola, Robert Smith, Pirita Malaguita, all going 3, which is Romario. Are they right? Are they wrong?
Romario. There's no way.
Correct answer.
There's no way they all know that in the chat with such ease. I refuse to believe it.
I don't know. Maybe they typed the question into whatever search engine they have.
I hope not.
Right. Second one. Who didn't score? I think you may know this one, Pablo, because you've watched the highlights of this game.
Yes.
So we're going to have to ask the chat.
Who
didn't score
leave it for the chat.
in the last Barca Olympiacos? Is it option 1, Lucas Digne? Option 2, Paulinho? Option 3, Leo Messi?
Yeah, I know this one. This was a really interesting game. You mentioned the huge rainpour that there was in the game. It was a Champions League group stage game, as it was back in the day. And yeah, some interesting scorers.
A free kick goal, which we don't get treated with.
We don't see very much anymore, no, unfortunately not.
No.
And look at some of the Digne, Paulinho. I mean, there's some names in there. Have we got anything from the chat?
Let's see. We're waiting for the chat to answer. They're thinking about it, or maybe they're just like copy-pasting the answer into their search engine and trying to find the answers.
Do it,
Come
guys.
on. Come on, live chat. No cheating. I'll know if you're cheating.
Don't be like that.
Mac Lumbis says 3. I don't know if that was to the previous
I feel like that was to this one.
Previous question. FX4 going 2, which would be Paulinho.
Okay.
Come on, let's see if we can get a couple more answers in. Pilita Malaguita says 1, which is Digne.
Mixed
NFS News says 2. Okay, I'm going to reveal the correct answer, which is
Paulinho. Yeah, more of a mixed ball. You know what's funny? In this game, Paulinho actually hits the crossbar with the header, comes very close to scoring, which is interesting. And he was around that sort of time of the year, was scoring almost every game for us, Paulinho.
Yeah.
But it was Dino. We had a bit more of a mixed bag at least that time, in terms of answers.
Well, we're nearly at kickoff time. 5 minutes to go. So, last question. Current coach for Olympiacos is José Luis Mendilibar, and in his career, he's played 27 games against Barca, or his teams have played 27 games against Barca, but he's only managed to beat Barca once. With which team was that? With Sevilla, with Eibar, or with Osasuna? Do you know this, Pablo?
I think I do.
You think
I do know this, yeah. I think I do. I think I know this one. This is a great stat, by the way, and a really interesting stat. We hope it doesn't jinx us today or anything. And it's interesting how many games he's played against us, and with so many different teams too. Is what's great. And he adds another one to his account today, by the way, in Olympiacos. Manager we've played against plenty of times.
With I've got the list here. Valladolid, with Osasuna, with Levante, with Eibar, with Alaves, and with Sevilla. So this is 7th team.
That's unbelievable. That might be a stat in itself, eh?
There you go.
In terms of managers,
7th team that he's playing Barca against.
Yeah.
Right, so the answer is?
Osasuna, I believe.
Let's see.
Nale. Yeah, Osasuna.
There you go, Pablo. There you go. Way to go.
I didn't know that until a day ago, so if anyone got that wrong, then I wouldn't hold that against you. Don't worry.
Bruna M said Osasuna as well. Right, let's get the Barca lineup once again on our screens with Szczesny in goal, Koundé, Cubarsí, Eric and Balde, Casado and Pedri. Draw ahead of them, Lamine Yamal, Fermin and Rashford lead the attacking line. And with 3 minutes to go, let's start commentary in just a second.
Players out on the pitch here for Barca versus Olympiacos in match day 3 of the league phase of the European competition. Barca, of course, after the defeat against PSG last time out, looking to get back to winning ways. Olympiacos have drawn on match day 1. They drew 0-0 against Paphos. They lost against Arsenal on match day 2. They're yet to score in the competition, so with lots of fans in attendance they've brought from Greece, they'll be looking to hopefully for them produce something historic today. Barca full of injuries but still full of hope and ambition. They beat Girona late on Saturday afternoon, and now of course looking to carry on that good form into this 6:45 kickoff here. What's actually quite a lovely day in Barcelona for October, Robert.
Fantastic afternoon in Barcelona. A great Champions League evening in this 6:45 kickoff. Barca looking to continue on the winning run. Faces of concentration of our players. Let's remind everyone, we lost to PSG in game 2. So, Pablo, we need to get back on the winning track. Yeah,
absolutely do. And Barca will be delighted to see Lamine Yamal in the team. He started against Girona but did come off around about minute 65 in that one, as did Pedri. They both start today. In fact, Pedri leading out Barca as the captain for this one, which is interesting to see as the players are just shaking hands at the start of this game here. Olympiacos in their white strip for this one. There's El Kabi, watch out for him. Top scorer for them this season. Again, Barca with Szczesny in goal as Joan Garcia is out injured. One of the big pieces of news today is that Dro is starting in the number 10 position. And here is that Barca lineup in full. Balde doesn't start in goal, as is on the screamer here from the international signal. We've got all sorts of chaos in the lineup, but it is Szczesny in goal, Balde at left back, Koundé at right back, in midfield, in centre back, Cubarsí and Eric Garcia. Casado is next to Casado's next to Pedri and Dro. For anyone who can't see on the live, we just had an image from the signal that's coming to us of the line.
Absolute chaos in the Barca lineup. I'd actually quite like to see that lineup come out and play. Referee for today's game while Pablo recovers will be Urs Schneider from Switzerland. And, just to complete Barca's lineup, Szczesny, Koundé, Kubarsi, Eric and Balde, Casado and Pedri in midfield. Draw ahead of them, Lamine Yamal, Fermin and Rashford up front. I'd actually quite like to see that lineup. Bit of chaos.
We just saw Szczesny at left wing and it's... that would have been really something for me, but as I don't know what it says, there's the Barca lineup for you in full. Let's see if the Olympiacos lineup is as it was. It is indeed. So Ortega, Pirola, Retsos and Costina across the back four for them with Solis in goal. Dani Garcia, ex-Athletic Club player actually, in midfield next to Hesse. And Podence, Chiquinho, Gelson Martins all in behind El Kabi up front. There is the two teams out for Olympiacos and Barca.
Well, we're ready to go at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, and I'd like to say hi to all of our YouTube Premium members, everyone watching on the live chat, on this live feed on YouTube, as we get the correct lineup on the screen right now on our international feed.
I missed the old lineup.
Yeah, should we just try and describe to the fans who are watching us right now on YouTube what was happening? They had Szczesny as the attacking midfielder. That's what was happening.
It was incredible. Everyone, Balde was in goal, was one of my favourite pieces as well. The midfield was the okay, but I think Casado and Fermin were in the double pivot. That was okay. I think Rashford was across the back four. That was sensational. I don't know why. That was one of my favourite things I've seen in a long time. They have now rectified it, and you can see it on the live that we've got here that it is indeed all correct. Early look down there, Robert, at the start. Is that Draw who's going to be starting from the left?
It looks like it. Certainly looks like it. Rashford down the middle. Fermin, the attacking midfielder. Draw on the right-hand side of that... on the left-hand side, rather,
yes,
of that attack. So let's see if we can change that on our graphic. I'll proceed to change that, Pablo, while we get going. Well, Barca have given the ball away.
Yeah, watch out here. Early giveaway from Balde. Here's Daniel Podence. Can he get a shot away? Yes, he can. Ooh. That's a really good stop by Szczesny. And within 20 seconds, the Polish goalkeeper called into action. He makes a fine save there. Down low to his right-hand side. Well, that would have been the opposite of the start that Barca wanted. Sloppy giveaway by Balde of all people. And then Podence, who just managed to shuffle the ball onto his right foot, getting a fine shot away. And a really good low stop there by Szczesny, who had to be alert. And that's so often the role of the goalkeeper. With 20 seconds played, you think nothing's going to happen here. And bang, very nearly 1-0 down. So a good early save there. In comes the corner. Koundé gets it away. And Olympiacos just showing that, well, despite everyone coming to this game and be saying, yeah, this will be easy enough for Barca, it absolutely won't be, and they're already trying to prove themselves in this one. So, Szczesny, credit to him, who was called into action on a few occasions, by the way, against Real Sociedad, against Girona, I should say, rather, apologies. And he made some really good stops on that occasion, probably the best, the one against Porto, one-on-one. And already here, making quite a good stop low down there to deny the Portuguese winger.
Indeed, a good performance against Girona to keep the score at 1-1 in that first half. We have a poll on our live chat. Who will score the first goal of the match is the question. Options: Lamine Yamal, Rashford, Fermin. Care to venture an answer, Pablo?
Care to put a draw in there?
There's the option other.
I'm going to go for Fermin. You know what?
Okay.
I said he was going to be the key player, and I said he's going to score today. So I think he's going to get the first goal, in fact. I think it's going to be a Fermin day at the office. He's in his number 10 role from what we've seen early on, which is intriguing that Flick's gone for that, despite his good performance at left wing. So I'm going to go for Fermin as the first scorer, and I'm hoping it's an early goal too for Barca. Yourself?
I think we're due a Lamine special, but the Lamine special will include build-up, creation, assist, to Marcus Rashford, Mr. Champions League himself. Those 2 goals against against Newcastle in matchday 1. He got an assist in matchday 2. He's due a goal.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hoping for a goal too from Rashford. There is Hansi Flick then for Barca. Vocal in his press conference about the fact that the injuries aren't an excuse. He said it's a difficult time for the club currently, but all focus remains on getting 3 points in this clash here against Olympiacos. No thoughts or no focus on the Clásico just yet for Barca. That comes up on Sunday afternoon. For now, it's all attention on the Champions League. Barca, who know they're up against a side here in Olympiacos who are yet to score in the competition. They came very close in the opening 20 seconds here. when Szczesny denied Daniel Polent with a good save down to his left-hand side. Barca again going for Eric Garcia and Pau Cubarsí is a centre-back partnership today, so the saviour, the striker Araujo, remains on the bench for this one. That's not a bad ball over the top from Koundé. Rashford tries to get in. I think he was onside. Flag stays down, yeah.
I think he slipped at the beginning of his run and that slowed him down a little bit. By the way, Pablo, early results on the poll. It's all Lamine Yamal. 60% of votes for Lamine Yamal, 24% for Rashford.
The people's hero. He's got the support of the fans, Lamine Yamal. And look, it's fair enough. You know, it's Lamine Yamal at the end of the day. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you if you say he's going to score the first goal.
I mean,
even though you and me have.
Yeah.
Here's Koundé for Barca.
By the way, Pablo, we did not do score predictions.
Oh, no, shall we? Let's do it. Yeah.
Let me just try and whip them on the screen.
We're still within time. We nearly weren't with that Polent's goal inside 20 seconds.
Exactly. Well, careful here because
Dro's coming away on the left-hand side for Barca. Nice little flick to Balde. Inside is Rashford. Balde goes on himself. Big chance for Barca. Rashford! Oh, it's somehow not got in. It's over the top of the crossbar.
That was it.
And Rashford very nearly there, getting the opening goal for Barca. Big chances now for both teams. Dro, nice back heel there, linking up well with Balde, Robert.
There you go. Nice little bit of quality from Dro. The back heel for Balde with the oncoming run. Nice put back by Balde. Nice little cross. And Rashford finishing with the knee there.
Yeah, nearly.
Right, well, I was asking you, guess the score. And we're getting them on our screens right now. Score prediction is 4-0, Pablo.
Wow. And look at you and Paul. I feel bad now. I've gone all conservative. I've gone all close by. 4-0 from you.
4-0, yeah. I think we're due. We're due. Our scoring averages have gone down a bit in the last few games, but we were on pace. Like we scored so many goals. I can't remember what the numbers were, but we were scoring at a high rate at the beginning of the season. We need to get back on track.
Yeah, I agree. We are due we're due a big win. I'm hearing you, and I'm hoping tonight's the night. I think I've just slipped into the fact that it's been tighter in recent weeks, and even games we look like we might score more goals in, we haven't been able to get them in the back of the net, probably due to the injuries. You know, I think it's when you're missing players like we've been missing. Lamine for many weeks, even Ferran in the recent game against Girona with the injury he picked up, and he's obviously Barca's top scorer so far this season. You've got Rafinha, who's been out. How many goals did he score last season? Lewandowski. I think it's been natural that the numbers have gone down. That's why I've gone a bit more conservative as Barca get away with one out the back. I've gone 2-1, same as Girona.
Okay, I want to encourage the live chat to send in their score predictions. Give us your score predictions.
First of all, here come Barca with Fermín López. This is Lamine Yamal. Surely this is the opening goal. Lamine and maybe Fermín López. Yes, it is! It's Fermín who gets the goal. Barca 1, Olympiacos 0. And it's who I said would get the opening goal, Fermín López. Cracks it through the defence, and Barca have lift off within 7 minutes at Montjuic. Barca 1, Olympiacos 0.
Early goal for Barca. Good to get started. Fermín followed all the way through. Lamine Yamal came up with the magic, and Fermín picked up the scraps there when Lamine ran out of options. Along came Fermín, who was crucial in the setup there. A bit fortunate maybe in the turn. Pass to Lamine, who tries to go around everybody. Then Fermín comes with a loose ball. It wasn't an easy finish, rather.
It actually wasn't. There were about 4 men on the goal line, plus the goalkeeper to beat. That was chaos. And eventually Fermín, he just somehow scrambles it through, doesn't he? And it ends up in the back of the net. Let's just check for maybe an offside on Lamine in the build-up. I think he's going to be okay. And credit Fermín again, by the way. I mean, this guy, how much do we miss him when he's not around? It's so important, honestly. And what a vital early goal for Barca in this one. Barca 1, Olympiacos 0. It had to be the Ferminator.
He's back, the Ferminator. He had 3 good chances against Girona. 3 shots in which he tested Gazzaniga. The goal counts, by the way.
It does.
Play has restarted, and Barca take this early lead. First Champions League goal for Fermín, who wanted it more than anyone.
There you go. Who will be the first scorer? Well, it's Fermín López in the end, and that's a perfect start, I think, for Barca, Robert. It really is exactly what the doctor ordered, you know, in this sort of game. We started well against Girona too, but I think to score so early on here is absolutely vital, and I'm delighted for Fermín too. He spoke in the build-up, of course, And I'm really happy for him. I really am. And he deserves it, and getting in there and immediately, energy in behind, linking up well with Lamine. I want to credit Balde too for the build-up to the goal.
Yeah.
Good run from him. Good ball up to Fermin, who then found Lamine in loads of space. And also Lamine, the little skill around the goalkeeper was sublime. I thought he could have got his shot away, but when it falls to Fermin in those sorts of areas, that's why he's in the number 10 role today. He made no mistake. Here comes Lamine now again for Barca. Tricky feet down the touchline. Still Lamine Yamal. He's sitting a few defenders down. He's really in the mood tonight, Lamine. Here he goes again. It's Lamine Yamal. This could be 2.
Hey!
It's away by the goalkeeper and hacked clear from Olympiacos. Barca starting to rev up their engines here and pin the Greek side in. This is Balde now. Rashford trying to peel wide. Go on.
It's one of the things we'd like to see as well, that after the goal, Barca don't just settle, don't just calm down. Keep going, keep your foot on the pedal, guys. We want to see that because against Girona, they actually asked Fermin the question yesterday in the press conference. Against Girona, the team scored, and then all of a sudden Girona came alive. It happened a little bit against PSG as well. Here, we want to keep going, keep, as I say, foot on the pedal, 5th gear, 6th gear, whatever it is, keep going.
It's Rashford in that central position. Looked like he was fouled to me. He was fouled. So free kick Barca. And after the early scare, they've really settled into the game here. Hansi Flick's team and starting to just tap the ball around Olympiacos. It was Dani Garcia there, who's no stranger to a foul. There was the chance a moment ago we're just seeing on our screens. Lamine Yamal nearly getting in behind once more. I think he tried the pull back to Rashford, who was waiting in the middle. Couldn't quite get it through to him. And in the end, it's going to be a free kick for Barca, who had free kick chances against Girona. Robert Rashford hit the crossbar himself.
Yeah.
He's the one over this ball here.
We've scored goals, free kick goals in the past against Olympiacos as well. Just the one. The best free kick taker of all time was the score on that one. And does Rashford go for goal here, or does he place the cross in?
I think he goes for goal here, Rashford. I really do. Surely he's going to strike from this sort of range. He was giving a little bit of a nod to his teammates there, so I wonder whether he's going to cross it in. Anyway, here it is then. Marcus Rashford over the ball for Barcelona. In by Rashford. It wasn't a bad effort at all. Into the side netting. Got it almost like, got it really low. Had good dip on it, the ball, and very nearly crept its way in. Rashford there. Oof. Yeah, it dips really well. Almost goes through the wall.
Good chance for Barca.
It does go through the wall, yeah, there you go. They split. Not great from them, and goalkeeper would have been fuming if that found its way in.
I think the Rashford free kick goal is just something that's waiting to happen.
It's pending,
this season. It's pending. We saw him come very close the other day against Girona. Not a bad attempt this time as well. It's going to happen sooner or later.
Flick on header one there by the goal kick. This is cool. I'd see now he can go back to Szczesny. His clearance is a bit dodgy again. It's going to let Gelson Martins in. Good recovery. Both Pedri and Eric Garcia getting back in, and applause there from Eric Garcia. Szczesny just apologising for his clearance on that occasion, but he's back with the ball at his feet now. Just a little bit wayward. Let the Portuguese player in. Here is Garcia again. Driving up through the middle of the pitch. Tries to filter the ball through to Rashford. Pedri's going to pick it up and find Lamine. And when Lamine and Fermin start linking up, it spells danger for Olympiacos, who've committed another foul.
What an association there between the two who were active participants in the goal. By the way, second consecutive game in which we're seeing Garcia on the right-hand side of that centre-back partnership. I think Flick's seen something there. I think after the experiment of having him on the left up until the international break, Flick has said, look, this guy was at his best on the right-hand side last season. He gives us so much. We're just going to have to figure out the left-hand side of that partnership.
Yeah, you're right. It is interesting that. He was on the right. When he first came through, he actually played a lot on the left, Garcia, didn't he? Because he was with Araujo.
He's with Araujo, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm guessing when he plays with Araujo, he's going to have to go onto the left because Araujo's strongest on that right-hand side as Fermin tries to turn.
But yeah, last season he was obviously so good from the right, Garcia, and Inigo Martinez was obviously on the left. But it's interesting, you're right, Robert, to have him back in on the right. Here comes Podence again for Olympiacos. That's going to come all the way through here to Martins. What can he do here? The tricky wing is offside anyway, so he can't do much with it. And Barca will take that. There's Jose Luis Mendilibar, we're just seeing on our screens a moment ago there, Robert. Not the best record against Barca, but a manager we know very well.
And it looks like he may go 1 for 28 after tonight's game with that record. The only win he has ever had against Barca is dates from 2012 as Lamine plays it through there. 30 minutes. Right, I'd like to ask our fans a question if I can find it.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Where are we? Let's see. So, well, I was going to ask what will the key to the game be, but the early goal actually maybe just outdates that question. So let's see. Let's ask that, because everyone was very enthusiastic about that Barca Girona game. Everyone was very happy, obviously, after the game. Could have been a whole lot different. I mean, from our emotions changed so much from 1 minute to the other, from the 92nd to the 93rd. But hey, we're happy. Hansi Flick said it. It wasn't the most beautiful wins, but we won. We need to be happy. Let's ask our viewers, what was the best thing about Barca Girona? What was your favourite thing about Barca Girona? The Pedri goal, which was sublime. Oh. The Fermín return, which has proven to be very important with today's goal. Or the Araujo winner, that epic moment.
I liked all three of the things there, I must say. I really did like all three of those. But it cannot be anything other than the Araujo winner. One of the moments of the season, the euphoria, Robert. Just one of those great moments in football that, you live for, I suppose. And people can say it's just a league game or whatnot, but it was so vital in the complexion of Barca's season, and the way he did it was superb. By the way, play on here from a challenge from Castelló means that Fermín is in for Barca. Baldes again there on the overlap, going to be out for a corner.
There you go. I agree. It has to be the Araujo win. I said the other day it could even be a season-changing moment, because you're heading into El Clásico. The mood would have been completely different if you end that game with a draw, having taken the lead, with Hansi Flick being sent off. That winner could be an emotion changer in this season. Obviously, there's a long time to go. No conclusions can be drawn in October. Many points to be won, many points to be lost as well. But just to stay close before that Clásico, to have that epic moment, to have a player who came on late in the game, not playing in his position, be the hero, I think that was a morale booster, no doubt, for the team.
Yeah, I completely agree. I really do. Just seeing a draw early on the left-hand side for Barca. It's just, he's already been a little more involved in the game. He had that nice back heel to Balde in the opening exchange, which was nice to see. And Castelló there too in midfield with a good challenge a few moments ago, which was also good to see him getting stuck in midfield. One of the options, of course, for key player. I don't know why I love when Szczesny just starts trying to fool players with his feet and gets away with it. It always makes me laugh. Here comes Koundé for Barca.
Cool as a cucumber, tech. Never too high, never too low.
One of those characters. This is Pedri now for Barca with the armband on. Nice moment for him. This is Balde. Wide of him is Dro. He's going to use Dro. Come on, Dro. Inside to Rashford. Laid off again to Fermín.
Take the shot.
Yeah, tried a quick little 1-2 to Rashford. There wasn't really much room there for him. It's going to find Lamine Yamal anyway. Lamine for Barca. He's beaten his man, Lamine. And again, good goalkeeping there down low. And Olympiacos able to hack things clear. Koundé, I think, is going to be penalised. There he is, foul.
Touch a bit too long there by Lamine Yamal, but I like to see him take on defenders, to try that one-on-one, to wreak havoc, to cause chaos, to be the threat that we know he is. Hansi Flick said yesterday in the press conference, we've had to play players who are not 100%. I suspect that in maybe one or two games that is the case for Lamine Yamal. We saw him fade a little bit against PSG, but he was kept on the pitch obviously because of what he represents and the fact that he can create something out of absolutely nothing at any given moment. But I think Lamine Yamal has not been fully 100%, and we need him at 100%. Let's hope that he is back to full fitness now as the weeks and games have gone by.
Yeah, hopefully easing into action. Here come Olympiacos themselves. That ball's going to go over everyone at the back post. Yeah, I think with the 60 minutes or so you got the other day, starting again against Olympiacos here. Let's see how he fares today. Let's see how he looks, if he looks free moving and everything, and back to his usual self. And of course then for the Clásico on Sunday, we hope that he is back too. Good to see Ferran Torres have the medical green light in the squad list today too, which was interesting, which was also positive for Barca. Flick didn't really let that on as if that was going to be the case in the in the press conference this game, but that's also positive for Barca.
As a matter of fact, Flick said yesterday that he was going to get an MRI on Thursday to see if he was going to be able to go to the Bernabeu to be in the squad list for that Clásico. But, good news is that Ferran Torres is back. We'll see if he gets any minutes today.
I wonder if he will. I wonder if Barca are winning comfortably, I wonder if he'll get any minutes, I think maybe Flick is thinking, I won't risk him then. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be an interesting one to see how he goes about that. That's not a bad clearance. Rashford trying to take it under control. This is sort of, Robert, the first time in official season we're seeing Rashford right down the middle.
Yeah. Second half the other day maybe against Girona, but today he's playing the pure classic number 9
from the start.
Role. Yeah, from the very start.
We all thought it was going to be against Girona, obviously, and it was Tony Fernandez in the end. Nice to see Flick trying things.
He did say yesterday also in the press conference, he's good for us as an 11, he's good for us as a 9. It's what we envisioned when we signed him. And Marcus Rashford available today in that striker role. We're seeing Olympiacos here, Pablo, coming a bit into their own here.
Absolutely are, and here they come once more. It was Castelló trying to intercept that pass. Maybe another strike comes in. Yes, it does. Deflection and just over the top of Barca's crossbar. Well, Dani Garcia nearly there, pulling one back for Olympiacos. Well, I'll tell you what, we maybe thought it would be all Barca and Olympiacos would try and come out. Well, no, they've come out quite a fair bit actually in the opening 20 minutes here. They're playing decent football and they're causing problems. Not the first chance they had that one. And a good block by Castelló because Szczesny was stranded there off of that deflection, and we can be grateful that it went over the crossbar in the end. Corner's going to be swung in now by Chiquinho. Oh, looked like a free header, went over everyone in the end. Going all the way back to the goalkeeper as Fermin is chasing. Just feel that in these weeks especially, with the players missing and whatnot, Barca are going to have to accept that there'll be moments in the games where they're not on top themselves. They're going to have to dig in and show a different side to their game.
The issue, of course, now here being that it's the Barca players having to run after the ball. That means more fatigue. That means, careful, extra tiredness, extra miles on the legs. It's a lot easier to run with the ball than to run without it. And Barca, in stretches of these games, having to do something that they're not 100% comfortable. Let's see if we can regain possession here a little bit.
With Pedri, he's the man to do it. Swiveling around on things, back into Balde now. This is Eric Garcia. Cross over to Koundé. Risky touch from Koundé, but look at that skill. The skill he had, by the way, Koundé, in the lead up to the Pedri goal against Girona, as he's just given the ball away there.
Yes.
And the commentator's curse. Was lovely too, and that little touch there from Koundé. He's got a few tricks in his locker, the Frenchman.
He does. And I'd like to see a bit more of this partnership that we saw last season with Lamine Yamal down that right flank. They haven't been able to play all that much or together all that much this season, mainly due to the Lamine Yamal injury, the absence of the number 10. But I'd like to see them clicking once again like they did last season.
Certainly is a fruitful partnership for Barca. They were excellent in so many occasions, and you're quite right, the link-up they had was second to none almost down the right-hand side for Barca. So that's a bouncing ball, which you never really want to let the ball bounce too many times as a centre-back, and in the end, Cobarci and Eric Garcia have dealt with it.
Once again, we don't look all that comfortable at the moment now on the pitch. Olympiacos right now putting Barca under pressure, making it uncomfortable to bring the ball out from behind, forcing a few too many mistakes maybe. And we haven't seen Barca close to Olympiacos' box for quite a large chunk of minutes now.
Yeah, almost feels like since the goal in a way. Or since the Rashford free kick, it's been a lot of Olympiacos pressure. It really has. And Barca having to do a lot of running without the ball. Even on the ball, they're not looking 100% certain. I mean, there were questions of that, weren't there, about Barca dropping off in games. Happened for a few times now. That's going to be a booking. Alejandro Balde is going into the book, I think here. Referee was certain of it. He took no time in doubting that decision, did he? I think for the classic elbow was it, I think. Didn't look like much in it to me, but...
See if we get a replay here. The Olympiacos playing, gesturing towards an elbow to the jaw. Maybe there is not intentional, maybe not worthy of a yellow card. Balde brings his left arm across. There's contact, but
that's so frustrating because he doesn't even do the movement.
No.
he's just running and he sort of beats into his elbow. He does, but Bradley will be annoyed with that. You don't want your fullback on a yellow card.
So am I.
Yeah, you don't want your fullback on a yellow card in the 23rd minute for, well, pretty much nothing. Do you know what I mean? So, seeing images now of the strike that Dani Garcia had over the top of the crossbar for the deflection.
Well, we need our fans, we need ourselves to pick this up a little bit. So I'm calling you to action, YouTube members, YouTube fans, YouTube viewers. Fill the chat with hearts. Fill the chat with blue and red hearts. Give us some Blaugrana hearts, some energy, some
Get them
love.
in there, come on.
Some love for the team. Come on, do it.
The players need it now. Get the hearts in the chat, my friends.
Up the volume on the live chat.
I want to see the live chat filled with hearts in a few moments' time. We'll put it on as well.
I'd like to see it.
Here comes Lamine. Come on, Lamine. Give something. Give the fans something to cheer about. Lamine Yamal. Back to Fermin. Barca just patient in possession right now. And Olympiacos quite well set up without the ball, actually. Barca now, they've got their goal. Maybe aren't quite as... Not going forward quite as urgently. There was loads of space for Lamine there and didn't get to him. Oh, careful there, because...
I think you got the word right, Pablo. It's lacking a sense of urgency at the moment, this.
Yeah.
It's slow up to a point. I mean, slow makes it predictable as well, as Olympiacos switch it over. Koundé.
Yeah, decent ball in the back there. Yeah, you're right. And that's not really been a word we've associated Hansi Flick's Barca with, slow. They've been... fast, heavy metal football at times. Great fun to watch. And I don't know if it's circumstance. It's obviously a different season. I think a lot of it is circumstance with personnel. And you got certain players who pretty set the tempo, like the Rafinhas, of course. Even a Frenkie de Jong, who's on the bench today, but isn't on the starting lineup. Who pretty set the tempo a bit. Not available. I think that makes a difference. It really does. But yeah, you're quite right. We need a bit more urgency, a bit more energy, I think, in our play.
Got a deep dive question on the live chat. Jordan Hyde saying, Hermano on the left side is from Miscon Podcast back in the day, no?
He is, yeah. Who is this? My eyesight's terrible.
Jordan Hyde says.
Jordan Hyde, hello, my friend. Yeah, I am indeed. Yeah. I am indeed with Bulgan John. Yeah, thank you for the love. It's always funny when they come from the Mescon podcast to the Barca Live. Thank you, people. The Barca community is big and vast across the world. I am indeed.
And they're displaying the blue and red hearts and also some of those special emojis that we've got for members. Mozart with the Barca flags. Why don't you give me some Barca flags? Come on, some support for Barca on this live chat. This game is dying down on us. We need to up the energy.
Get them in there. Barca, well, doing a lot of running without the ball right now to Robert. And here coming Olympiacos again. You can feel a bit of the nervousness in the stadium, I must say. Which is rather muted for now. Cross is going to be swung in here. It's straight away at the front post. Come on, Rashford, get us out. Rashford tries to turn and Olympiacos are going to win it back. And referees unmoved, nothing in that.
Frustration with the no call.
Oh, good play. Great one too. Can the cross come in? Yes, it can. Away by Castler, who is well positioned. Oh, it's good football from Olympiacos though. Podence now. Koundé really well stationed. It's going to fall to Gelson Martins. Koundé in the way again. He's getting almost anything in the way. Lamine's got to be careful there. I don't think it was a penalty. Oh, this is sort of a nail-biting stuff here for Barca, who are 26 minutes in. And I don't think we expected to be in this sort of situation. You can see Fermin there trying to make amends, and he's giving away a free kick.
I don't like where this is going. is going. We could see the other day against Girona. Starting since Girona feeling a bit more comfortable here, closer to Barca's box. We're sensing the exact same thing with Olympiacos right now. A bit too close to Barca's box for my liking.
Well, they're growing in belief, aren't they? Is what it is, Robert. They're growing in belief because I think when you come here to Montjuic, when you play Barca away from home, I think usually Barca get the first and they start to maul you and you start thinking, right, we don't really want to commit too many bodies forward because we know down the other end there's going to be a lot of difficulty to keep up with things, and well, not really been the case in recent games, and Barca themselves now are just having to cope with things in a different way. They're having to do a lot of defending, and Olympiacos are just growing in confidence. As the minutes pass, Podence has been at the heart of almost everything, and they're trying to get good service into Alcabi. They've got a good free kick chance here. Chiquinho's over it. In it goes by Chiquinho. Free header and over the top of the crossbar. And a muted response from the Barca fans. I think themselves are starting to feel a bit of the tension rising here. And again, the clearance from Barca from the goal kick straight to Olympiacos. Good from Eric Garcia. Good.
Come on, Draw.
Yeah, go forward, go forward. There you go. Draw now coming forward for Barca. That's better from him, showing his quality. Now Fermin. Wide here for Lamine Yamal. Come on, Lamine. This is where he likes it. And take on his man. Really good tracking up by Gelson Martins, who got in there well. He's got to help his fullback out today. That's exactly what he did. Bad giveaway, though. And, well, Olympiacos right now winning 50-50s, getting their boot in away in midfield, and they're going to have to make a change here because I think that's Chiquinho who's down.
Well, you never want to see that player down who will probably have to be replaced. It's going to be a good moment, I guess, to just calm the game down. Hansi get a word in with a couple of his players as well and see how we can reverse this situation. I want to ask the fans, what would you do if you were Hansi Flick? What? Oh, careful.
That's the Girona one.
Hang on. That's one. There we go. What does Barca need to do in this first half? Find a second goal. However, I mean, just get, even if it's a fluky own goal by an Olympiacos defender, find it. However, go to Lamine, which is what we just saw, although his 1-on-2 didn't give any results this time, or just recover possession and calm the game down, which is my approach. Just calm the game down, but we're plenty able.
I'm going to be with you on that one, Robert. I think we've got to calm things down. We've got to get a hold of the ball and start being the team that are the dominant side. Right now, we're almost reacting a bit to what Olympiacos are doing. You don't really want to do that as a Barca team. So I've got to go with number 3. I mean, look, getting the ball to Lamine for me is always a positive, just because he often wins you a corner, throw-ins. He takes players on and he puts the opponents on the back foot. Certainly an option. And of course, a second goal would help. But I'm more looking beyond the second goal. I'm more looking for Barca to get a good foothold in the game again and dominate things.
Definitely established that we're the better team. We clearly are. Going through some shaky moments. I mean, with Eric Garcia and Kubarasi, who are two good passers out the back, even Jules Koundé, we shouldn't be having this amount of trouble in playing the ball out from behind. We're giving the ball away just a little bit too easy there. So let's see if we can re-establish ourselves in this game. If this mini break has helped in any way, by the way, Olympiacos make the substitution. Chiquinho off, De Nascimento on, right,
yes,
Pablo?
Yes.
Diogo?
Yeah, Diogo Nascimento is on for Olympiacos. Quite right. Chiquinho having to go off through injury. There is a substitution on your screens for you all too. So change for Olympiacos side, who up until now, the only thing they'll probably be disappointed with is the fact that they're 1-0 down, because they've been pretty good actually away to Barcelona. I think Mendilibar will be pretty chuffed with his team and his players with how they've set up in the opening 45 minutes up until this point. Lots can change in football and it can change quickly. So for Barca, they'll be hoping. The good thing they have managed to do, Barca, is not concede as they did to Girona, which of course then let the Catalan side grow in belief on Saturday. This time around though, Barca still in the lead. This is
Barca need to give the fans also a reason to get louder. Give them something to get behind you, to raise the volume at Montjuic, to regain energy. Barca need positive energy, positive vibes right now. String together a couple of good possessions, create something, come close.
Here's Balde. Can they get something going forward? We've not really seen a Barca chance in some time now, Robert.
No. I think the last one was the Rashford free kick.
Yeah.
It's Lamine Yamal.
Lamine, that's a nice ball too, Fermin. Look at Rashford round the back. Is it going to find him? It was nearly an own goal. That's better from Barca.
That's it.
They got forward there. It's pretty simple. We get it to Lamine. Fermin makes the half space run, get the cross in, and Rashford, who's got the pace, nearly got on the end of it in the end. Good defending and over the top of the crossbar.
There's plenty of talent up there. There's more than enough reason to believe that we can get this done. That this was only a little brief parenthesis, just a little glitch in the game.
Organisation there from the goalkeeper. See everyone back in Olympiacos white to try and defend this corner, which is taken by Rashford. Up goes Koundé, and that was another close chance for Barca there. Well, 2 in the space of a few minutes, nearly there for the Blaugrana. Koundé rising highest, but steering it wide off the far post. Rashford's delivery been good from corners. Those two linked up for the goal against La Real, didn't they? Real Sociedad.
Still top in assists this season, Marcus Rashford.
Rashford, yeah, he's certainly been a good signing. I think he's producing a lot. I mean, he probably didn't think he'd play as much as he has been doing, just because of the players in front of him, of course, and the stars Barca had last season. But hey, there's been so many injuries that he's played even more than maybe we expected. Champions League debut for Draw. Yeah, big moment for Draw. I think he's showing some nice touches on the left-hand side, actually. And off the left, he's getting at least a bit more space to drive into and then come inside, link up with Fermin. But as we see there, Champions League debut for him, which is nice to see, indeed. Just Olympiacos now with possession again. Off Al-Kabi. Barca players just trying to encourage themselves now, almost trying to up the ante themselves a little bit to get themselves back focused on lifting things. Mendilibar's in a very smart outfit tonight, and he'll be pretty chuffed with what he's seen from his players so far, although not quite with the scoreline.
There's a clear foul there.
That might be the first booking for Olympiacos. It is, yeah, there you go.
Right, let's see where the level of trust of our viewers is. What will the score be at halftime, guys? Is it going to remain at 1-1? Will we concede a goal? Will it be 1-1, or are we going to double our lead 2-0, which is my answer? I'm going all three.
Wow. 2-0, yeah, Robert.
Well, my prediction was 4-0, so I need it to get at least...
You need some goals soon, yeah.
I need to get halfway there before halftime.
I'm going to go 1-0. And I would take 1-0 at this stage. I hope no one goes 1-1. Because we could do without that, I think, right now. But I'm going to go 1-0. I think if Barca can get to 1-0 and just regroup, reevaluate from there, we'll take that with how things are going, because it's been a little bit lackluster so far. I think a good indicator of the way this game is going is we've not seen much of Pedri. He's not been on the ball very much. He is now, which is good to see, but he's not really been able to dictate as much as he usually would for Barca. This is better, though, from Flick's team, as Lamine Yamal comes forward on the right-hand side. He dishes it back to Fermin. Now Pedri. Eric Garcia. Maybe it's one of those Cubarsí passes filtered through that can break down the Girona, the Olympiacos defence, I should say.
Got some answers
yes.
on the live chat. Isaac Balas says 2-0. Mac Lumvis says 3. We have to believe. Well, that would be 2-0. Gaetan Engels as well. Alia says 3 as well. Magic O says 3 as well. Elmedez says 1, but I hope 3.
There you go. Draw now coming forward for Barca. That's better from him, showing his quality. Now Fermin. Wide here for Lamine Yamal. Come on, Lamine. This is where he likes it. And take on his man. Really good trucking up by Gelson Martins, who got in there well. He's got to help his fullback out today. That's exactly what he did. Bad giveaway, though. And, well, Olympiacos right now winning 50-50s, getting their boot in and away in midfield, and they're going to have to make a change here, because I think that's Chiquinho who's down.
Well, you never want to see that player down, who will probably have to be replaced. It's going to be a good moment, I guess, to just calm the game down. Hansi get a word in with a couple of his players as well, and see how we can reverse this situation. I want to ask the fans, what would you do if you were Hansi Flick? Careful. Hang on. That's one. There we go. What does Barca need to do in this first half? Find a second goal. However, I mean, just get, even if it's a fluky own goal by an Olympiacos defender, find it. However, go to Lamine, which is what we just saw, although his 1-on-2 didn't give any results this time, or just recover possession and calm the game down, which is my approach. Just calm the game down, but we're plenty able.
I'm going to be with you on that one, Robert. I think we've got to calm things down. We've got to get a hold of the ball and start being the team that are the dominant side. Right now, we're almost reacting a bit to what Olympiacos are doing. You don't really want to do that as a Barca team. So I've got to go with number 3. I mean, look, getting the ball to Lamine for me is always a positive, just because he often wins you a corner, throw-ins. He takes players on and he puts the opponents on the back foot certainly an option. And of course, the second goal would help. But I'm more looking beyond the second goal. I'm more looking for Barca to get a good foothold in the game again and dominate things.
Definitely established that we're the better team. We clearly are. Going through some shaky moments. I mean, with Eric Garcia and Kubarasi, who are two good passers out the back, even Jules Koundé, we shouldn't be having this amount of trouble in playing the ball out from behind. We're giving the ball away just a little bit too easy there. So let's see if we can re-establish ourselves in this game. If this mini break has helped in any way, by the way, Olympiacos make the substitution Chiquinho off, De Nascimento on, right?
Yes,
Pablo,
yes.
Diogo?
Yeah, Diogo Nascimento is on for Olympiacos. Quite right. Chiquinho having to go off through injury. There is a substitution on your screens for you all too. So change for Olympiacos side, who up until now, the only thing they'll probably be disappointed with is the fact that they're 1-0 down, because they've been pretty good actually away to Barcelona. I think Mendilibar will be pretty chuffed with his team and his players with how they've set up in the opening 45 minutes up until this point. Lots can change in football and it can change quickly. So for Barca, they'll be hoping. The good thing they have managed to do, Barca, is not concede as they did to Girona, which of course then let the Catalan side grow in belief on Saturday. This time around though, Barca still in the lead. This is Koundé.
Barca need to give the fans also reason to get louder. Give them something. Give them something to get behind you, to raise the volume at Montjuic, to regain energy. Barca need positive energy, positive vibes right now. String together a couple of good possessions. Create something. Come close.
Here's Balde. Can they get something going forward? We've not really seen a Barca chance in some time now, Robert.
No. I think the last one was the Rashford free kick. Here's Lamine Yamal.
Lamine, that's a nice ball too, Fermin. Look at Rashford round the back. Is it going to find him? It was nearly an own goal. That's better from Barca.
That's it.
They got forward there. It's pretty simple. We get it to Lamine. Fermin makes the half-space run, get the cross in. And Rashford, who's got the pace, nearly got on the end of it in the end. Good defending and over the top of the crossbar.
There's plenty of talent up there. There's more than enough reason to believe that we can get this done. That this was only a little brief parenthesis, just a little glitch in the game.
Organisation there from the goalkeeper. See everyone back in Olympiacos white to try and defend this corner, which is taken by Rashford. Up goes Koundé. And that was another close chance for Barca there. Well, two in the space of a few minutes, nearly there for the Blaugrana. Koundé rising highest, but steering it wide off the far post. Rashford's delivery been good from corners. Those two linked up for the goal against La Real, didn't they? Real Sociedad.
Still top in assists this season, Marcus Rashford.
Rashford, yeah, he's certainly been a good signing. I think he's producing a lot. I mean, he probably didn't think he'd play as much as he has been doing, just because of the players in front of him, of course, and the stars Barca had last season. But hey, there's been so many injuries that he's played even more than maybe we expected. Champions League debut for Draw. Yeah, big moment for Draw. I think he's showing some nice touches on the left-hand side, actually. And off the left, he's getting at least a bit more space to drive into and then come inside, link up with Fermin. But as we see there, Champions League debut for him, which is nice to see, indeed. Just Olympiacos now with possession again. Off Al-Kabi. Barca players just trying to encourage themselves now, almost trying to up the ante themselves a little bit to get themselves back focused on lifting things. Mendilibar is in a very smart outfit tonight, and he'll be pretty chuffed with what he's seen from his players so far, although not quite with the scoreline.
There's a clear foul there.
That might be the first booking for Olympiacos. It is, yeah, there you go.
Right, let's see where the level of trust of our viewers is. What will the score be at halftime, guys? Is it going to remain at 1-1? Will we concede a goal? Will it be 1-1, or are we going to double our lead 2-0, which is my answer? I'm going all three.
Wow. 2-0, yeah, Robert.
Well, my prediction was 4-0, so I need it to get at least...
You need some goals soon, yeah.
I need to get halfway there before half-time.
I'm going to go 1-0. And I would take 1-0 at this stage. I hope no one goes 1-1, because we could do without that, I think, right now. But I'm going to go 1-0. I think if Barca can get to 1-0 and just regroup, reevaluate from there, we'll take that with how things are going, because it's been a little bit lackluster so far. I think a good indicator of the way this game is going is we've not seen much of Pedri. He's not been on the ball very much. He is now, which is good to see, but he's not really been able to dictate as much as he usually would for Barca. This is better though from Flick's team as Lamine Yamal comes forward on the right hand side. He dishes it back to Fermin. Now Pedri. Eric Garcia. Maybe it's one of those Cubarsí passes filtered through that can break down the Girona, the Olympiacos defence, I should say.
Got some answers
Yes.
on the live chat. Isaac Balas says 2-0. Mac Lumbis says 3. We have to believe. Well, that would be 2-0. Gaetan Engels as well. Alia says 3 as well. Magic O says 3 as well. Elmida says 1, but I hope 3. And Magic O says, I care more about Sunday than this match. Well, we need to care about this one as well, I would say.
I mean, fair enough. Honesty. It's a Clásico, of course it is. But I mean, right now, I don't know. For me, as a fan, I can't think about one more game at a time, honestly. Here comes Rashford for Barcelona. Just leaves it on the edge of the area. I'm just focused on this game, and I'm sure the players are too. But fair enough if some eyes are already on Sunday. Remember that Real Madrid, of course, have a game tomorrow too, so they will technically have 1 day less of rest, and they'll themselves be focused on the Champions League before they even start looking towards the Clásico. Just 1 attempt on target each from both teams on our stats. We've got 2 attempts on target on the stats on our screen, but all in all, not really much from either team.
No, not all that encouraging what we've seen in this first half. And I can see there's a heated discussion on our live chat on the state of affairs here at Barca right now. I would say always, guys, those discussing amongst yourself, as Madbra would say, with respect, always with respect, please. We want the live chat to stay respectful. We, of course, want to encourage freedom of opinions, but keep it respectful. It all started because Gigiloy Oluwatimilian, I hope I didn't botch that. I hope I said that relatively correctly, says if this is how we want to play this season, we better stop right now because it will be a disaster. It's a shame how we fell off so bad. Okay, so I get it. I get that right now, as I said a few seconds ago, this is not the most encouraging. Pablo, you just said 2 shots on target in the first half.
Yeah.
This is unlike Barca. This is not what we saw
Flick's
last
Barca,
season.
yeah.
Careful.
Excellent one back by Pedro. This could be the perfect moment for Fermin Lopez to make it 2. It's Fermin! There you go! How about that, Robert? Fermin Lopez has done it. And Barca lead by 2-0 against Olympiacos. What a moment to get it for Barca. They do get their second before half-time. Oh, we will take that. We will take that all day long. The Ferminator makes it 2. Barca 2, Olympiacos 0.
There you go, and it was something that we saw Barca do last season. We were just talking about what we were not doing. Well, here it's high press and recover. Pedri sticks his boot in, gets it to Draw. Draw finds the free Fermin, who instead of taking the shot first time, dribbles to his left, finishes in front of the keeper. The Ferminator now has 2. Could he go on to score a hat-trick? We'll debate that in a second. But the Ferminator doubles our lead, and those who believed that it would be 2-0 at half-time, we are rewarded.
Congratulations.
The believers are rewarded. There you go, a happy Hansi Flick celebrating that 2-0 lead, and that's what happens sometimes. Not the best of first half, but when you get the opportunity, you have to take it. The Ferminator does it again.
Oh, well, Dani Garcia has been put in the book, by the way, for the late challenge on Pedri in the build-up. In and amongst all of that, an assist on Champions League debut for Draw, which is great to see, which I am delighted about. So, Draw, well done to him for getting the assist on debut in the Champions League. Oof. What a moment for Barca that is, Robert. The timing of it as well. Just as we were saying in the chat.
Yeah.
Calm yourselves.
Calm yourselves. It's going to take time. Look, I would just add, because I saw the conversation earlier, I would just add to everything that was being said that I get that PSG, Sevilla, then allowing Girona to get back into that game. Here, the minutes against Olympiacos weren't being great. So it's not encouraging. I don't want to use the injuries excuse, because we spent the whole of last season saying it's not the players, it's the system. In Hansi, we believe. In Hansi, we still believe, by the way. I would say that what is encouraging to me is that the players and Hansi after the game are coming out and saying, we're aware of this. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. They're not coming out saying, hey, we played a great game, we won. It's happened in the past. It's happened in the past. Sometimes you would hear players say, hey, we played a great game, and you'd say, oh, really?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
They're coming out and saying, hey, the press is not what it was last year. We need to fix it. We're not playing as well as last year. Fermin said yesterday, this is not the best situation. We're not as comfortable as we were last year, but we're going to correct it. And, well, getting the 3 points in the meantime is the important thing while they correct those things. Yeah, the press, you can see that they're talking about the press as well. They want to improve it. That this team, the standard's high, the level's high, and, you know, they don't take things lightly. That, you know, they will know more than anyone when they need to improve, when they need to be better. There'll definitely be a want to be better. And this second goal, I think, is going to do us the world of good. I really do. I think it comes at such a big time in the game, too, because Olympiacos, I think, were probably gaining some belief in themselves that, hey, we're 1-0 down here, but we're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, you know. And they would have been saying there is still plenty of time for us to get back in this game. We've had loads of chances to believe we can do that. But bang, goal there from Fermin. His second of the day. What a player, what a guy, Fermin Lopez. And the assist from Drottu wasn't bad either. Here comes Balde now, a third before half-time. Would be dreamland. It's not going to come off, though, quite yet. And it's a bad giveaway that's going to go to Lamine Yamal, who's going to be able to pick it up on the far side. Steadies himself before then deciding to take on Ortega one more time. Here's Casado off to Pedri, who we haven't seen much of so far today, but he won the ball back for the Barca second goal. Brilliantly, too. He got a whack off of Dani Garcia in the process. Casado. Oh, Cubarsí. There's that pass through. Couldn't quite find Fermin in the channel. Pablo, I feel obliged to ask, will Fermin score a hat-trick?
Yes.
Will he score a hat-trick tonight?
Yes.
Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, 2 goals, 1 assist.
Get your ones in the chat already. Get them in there. We want to see a Fermin hat-trick. By the way, if Fermin scores a hat-trick, I don't know what we've got to do. We've got to do something. What a guy.
The Ferminator. What a guy.
I'm expecting lots of ones in the chat, Robert. The least I'll expect is 3. 2 goals and an assist. Would also take that.
2 goals, 1 assist is a good option as well. But, hey, we're Ferminator believers.
And here he comes again, Fermin. This is Pedri. He couldn't quite get it through to Lamine Yamal. I think you can feel it. If Barca looked a little bit winded a few moments ago, I think Olympiacos do now. And understandably so. As a player, the referee's been quite lenient in quite an interesting way. Here come Barca again. Balde now as a player down, holding his face. Play on. Rashford.
Bit too fancy.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the flick back to Balde. Casalo must be careful there. No silly fouls. Barca centre-backs are quick, as is El Kabi.
Good defending by Cubarsí.
So clean. Love it, Cuba. And hear the fans.
Cubarsí. Cubarsí. Yeah. Test drive this. Let's see.
There he is. Cool.
There you go. The Cubarsí. There we go.
We've got a little we can play with here.
Exactly. We've got a little pad here that we can play with. We've been given control of things. I'm just realising that Pedri and Lewandowski here we're out of the picture. We need them close.
Lewandowski is out of the picture right now in reality. So.
Right, 1 minute to go in this first half.
And all things considered, Robert, we'll be pretty pleased going in at 2-0 up at half-time. I think that's pretty much as good as we could have wanted things, even before kick-off today. All things considered, that's a solid score to go into the half-time point. And, well, your 4-0 prediction's not looking the worst in the world anymore.
No, it's not. You know what I haven't done, Pablo? I haven't said hi to the new members yet, so I'll give them a shout-out at the beginning of the second half. I'll do that.
Give them their big welcome, no?
One of the perks of becoming a YouTube Premium member is that you get a shout-out on this show. You get welcomed into this community, in which we have fun, don't we, guys? I mean, those of you who've been watching us for a long time, I a lot to gain from viewing Barca Live with us. We keep you company.
Lots
we
of
interact
laughs.
with you. Lots of laughs. Yeah. We read your comments. We begin discussions and we end them because there's no point in continuing with them because Fermin scores a goal. Brought up right at the exact moment.
That's maybe my favourite of the day, or the favourite was the UEFA lineup we saw with.
Well, yes, that was
with Szczesny up front. It's a close second.
Beautiful. That was.
Here comes Balde before the end of the half. 2 additional minutes, by the way, have been added on, and Marc Brau's already on the case. Look at him.
Look at him. Marc Brau today. In the VAR room. Let's see if we can get a picture of Marc Brau in the VAR room. I'd quite like to see him. He's in our own VAR room. It's where he belongs, I think.
It is, he would be
controlling
best,
everything.
He's well suited there. Here comes Pedri. Is there a Barca third before the half's up? It's still Pedri. Is it going to fall to Rashford? No, it's not. It's skewered away by Olympiacos. Koundé was pretty forceful there. Nothing doing from the referee. And watch out because here comes Podence. Not a bad ball up. Kubarsi reads it so well.
Beautiful. Do it again.
Reads it so well. Get it in there.
Do it again.
Kubarsi. Kubarsi.
I'll tell you something. We could have done with Marc Brau in the VAR room the other day. In that game.
Giving analysis. Yeah.
Maybe the Kubarsi goal wouldn't have been disallowed.
No. He had his analysis from the pitch, I suppose.
He did.
That's a booking, no? I do want to see Brau on the VAR room.
I'd quite like to see that. Maybe in the second half we can make that happen. See, Brau. Alia says that I'm glad Marc is back.
Alia's a super fan.
Alia's a super fan, yeah. Alia also says I need a Lamine goal so we can hear the Lamine rap, which, by the way, we need to get on our pad.
We do need it on our little special pad, yeah.
We need, that needs to be added by the Clásico because Lamine does love himself a Bernabeu Clásico.
Oh, magic pad. We should do a thing where we almost let the chat know what we've got on the pad.
Oh, yeah.
And they can start
fiddling with buttons.
Suggesting things to put on. Half-time whistle here has been blown at Montjuic. It's Barca 2, Olympiacos 0 at the interval. 2 goals from Fermin López. The difference between the two sides. He scored early, the Ferminator. It was then Olympiacos who grew into the game, in all truth. They had chances themselves. Barca were looking not quite their usual selves, but about 7 minutes before half-time, Fermin struck once more, and he's put Barca into commanding position here at half-time. They'll take that going into the break, in all truth. They lead 2-0 against the Greek side, and now they are in control. So at half-time here, it is Barcelona who lead by 2-0 against Olympiacos.
Well, there you go. That was the halftime quiz. Hope we kept you entertained. We took just a quick break to gather our thoughts here. And Pablo Walls, 2-0 is probably the best news after a first half that was subpar from Barca. But hey, when you're not at your best, take your chances.
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now we maybe can't expect the very best football from Barca. We've probably seen that in the previous games. Certainly against Girona, we weren't quite at it for the entirety of the match. Today we came out strong, firing, got the early goal with Fermin, and then sat off a little bit, let Olympiacos back into things who've been decent. They've shown their strength down the other end. And look, that second goal from Fermin is, well, it can't really be stated just how important it is for Barca. It's absolutely vital. For me, it changes the entire complexion of this game. It really does. And I think it kills off a lot of the hope that Olympiacos will have. Look, if they get an early second goal in the second half here, of course, that will then change things. But from a Barca perspective, they'll now be in control. They can now start to calm things down even more than they were doing in the first half. But now with control, with the ball. And look, Fermin Lopez, bigger star of the first half, no doubt about that. And delighted for him that he got his 2 goals. Took them both really well, the first and the second. So I'm really happy for him.
I think coming into the second half, number one priority, of course, don't let Olympiacos back in the game. Don't concede. Don't give them any chances. Number 2 priority is get the goal as early as possible so that Hansi Flick can start to think a little bit maybe about Sunday. Maybe take a couple of players off, give them some rest their legs, bring on maybe Ferran Torres for a bit of a half an hour run. Maybe bring on Frenkie de Jong and control the game a little bit and give some playing time to the likes of Bruni Bardaggi, for example, who was fantastic. Give Araujo maybe some minutes. He might be needed at the Bernabeu. Allow that to happen early. Get an early goal. Don't concede. Secure the game. Secure the 3 points. Try to boost your goal average as well, because right now, coming into this game, we were dead even. It was 2-1 win, 2-1
of
defeat.
course,
So try to get that goal average to increase if you're in the lead and in control. But I say out of the first half, the positive conclusion is that Fermin is back.
No, 100%. It really is, and to see him firing again is great to see. I think naturally with this being 2-0 now, it'll be hard for Flick and the team not to start thinking about El Clasico. They'll do well not to do that. Certainly, at least for the first 20 minutes of the second half, and maybe until Barca get the 3rd goal that they'll be looking for. That's the vital thing, I think, now for Barca, like you said, Robert. Don't concede and get the 3rd, and then you can start bringing players on, then you can start resting things. So that's what I imagine Flick will be hoping from his team in this second 45 minutes. But yeah, you're quite right. I mean, to see Fermin back in firing was great. To see Dro set him up with the assist too was wonderful, and the way he takes both goals. I mean, both on his left foot, by the way, which is nice to see. And he has got a very good weak foot, Fermin, despite being right-footed. And like you said, to get goals under our belts, because we've played 2 really hard games in the opening 2 Champions League fixtures in the league phase. Newcastle away, PSG at home. Narrow games, there's not many goals in them. So hopefully, I mean, we'll take a 2-0 today, don't get me wrong, but we'd like to see some more goals in the second half too.
Right, well, we've just spoken of Fermin. Fermin is one of the options we're giving for best player in the first half. Who was the best player in the first half? It feels like an absurd question, really. Fermin's option number 1, Pedri's option number 2. Dro, the debutant, the Champions League debutant, is option number 3. Pablo, you also wanted to shout out Alejandro Balde.
Yes, I think Balde's been good, to be fair. He's come forward really well. I think he was really important too, and I think that was vital in a lot of Barca's build-up play. In the first goal, his ball over to Fermin, who then finds Lamine before Fermin gets a shot away, I thought was crucial. And Dro, look, he gets the assist too, as we're seeing on our screen, and assisting another La Masia player in Fermin, which is nice. So there you go, the El Poder de La Masia. And Pedri, I think, hasn't been quite as good as he's usually been, but certainly in the second goal, the way he recovered possession, exactly what we like to see from him. But it has to be Fermin Lopez. Who am I kidding? Who am I dragging this out for? It's Fermin Lopez, best player in the first half of Barca, without a doubt.
It is no doubt the Ferminator. 2 goals. He's made such a positive impact upon return, coming back after that injury, which kept him out for a few games. Good 45 minutes against Girona. He could have scored a couple of times in that game. And here today, he took his chances. I wanted to shout out very quickly in one of those replays we just saw the emphatic celebration of our colleagues Maya Rostro, Sandra Alzina behind the goal on the second Fermin goal. We got the slow-mo replay of their celebration. celebrations. So shout out to them. They got a good view.
They did get the perfect view. I know.
one,
Yeah. Both goals actually, they got them perfectly viewed right into the corner which they were behind. So hopefully they're having a good evening at Montjuic.
Pablo, by the way, Alias says that I liked Pablo's halftime quizzes better.
Yeah, I know.
He can't be everywhere. He can't be everywhere.
I can't be everywhere. I know. I know. They're still my questions, but you don't have me rambling away, unfortunately, over it and keeping some of the suspense and giving you clues. There's no clues anymore. It's just question answer. You've got to get them right.
Yeah.
But still, no cheating, people. Don't go cheating. But thank you very much, Ali. It's much appreciated. But there's still my questions.
I can guarantee exactly that it's still Pablo preparing the questions and the correct answers. He's doing the dirty work. He's just not shining at halftime, offering you that halftime quiz. Right. 2-0 at halftime. I did say that I was going to wait until the beginning of the second half to greet our new members, but I mean, we have a bit of time to kill now, so why don't I do it right now? Why don't I take a look at all the new members who have joined us today? Let me just get myself set up here. And welcome. Hang on, let's do it. Frankie de Jong is on the bench. Let's do it.
Boom, boom.
Batalles que hem lliurat. Que som del Barça. I want to welcome Rafael Rivera, who porta l'escut al pit, wears the crest on his chest. Rafael Rivera signed up for the premium package. I also want to salute, to say hi, to shout out people who've joined today. Anas Abudaya, Fatima Sialana, Mustafa Akhtas, Luti, Eduardo Pool, and Georgi Magyar, who signed up with a basic pack. TKHD signed up with a premium pack also, and I hope I'm not leaving anyone out, but hey, you turn into YouTube members. Collins Nuokedi signed up for the basic pack as well. You get a shout out on this show if you join as new members. Ernesto Muñoz signed up with the basic pack. Missy Seeley also signed up with the basic pack, and Mr. Back also joined with the basic pack.
Loads of you.
Right, second half about to start.
Here we go. Barca players just making them out onto the pitch quickly. There's Fermin Lopez, the hero of the first half, with 2 goals. Hopefully more for him in this second 45 minutes. We asked the question of would he get a hat-trick? Let's see if that's the case. Olympiacos are going to make a change at the start of this second 45 minutes. For Barca, though, it'll be all for it's Musakitis who is on. And this man here, I'm being told, and I discussed this earlier with our editor, Malik Bradell, scored in the final of the UEFA Youth League 2 seasons ago for Olympiacos. So a young player steps on here for Olympiacos, now in full competition. And Gelson Martins is the player replaced. So number 96, young player. And a player with pedigree. We mentioned that Olympiacos, the first team, the men's team, won the Conference League in 2024. Well, their youth team won the UEFA Youth League in 2024 too. So a good year for the Greek outfit. We're about to start the second half here. We've got the attendance has come in from our colleague Paul Martinez, who's by the pitch. 46,264 fans inside Montjuic tonight. We're back underway here between Barca and Olympiacos. Headers there by Kubarsi. Catalans leading by 2-0 in match day 3 of the Champions League phase.
Magic O saying, where my new members at? Where are they? Say hi. I just shouted you out. Say hello. Are you still here with us? Right. On our screens right now, that attendance that you were referencing. Pablo, 46,264 in attendance.
Yeah.
A good one at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. No changes for Barca at halftime.
No, there isn't. And not an easy time to get to with work and whatnot, actually, I must say, as well, at 6:45 as well. So credit to the fans who have turned up today. Yeah, if you're a new member, make yourself known in the chat. Come on, get some message in there. Use your new perks use your emojis, use your badges, and send a message in the Barca Live chat that, of course, you wouldn't have been able to use before you made yourself a member this evening. So get yourselves, I don't know if it is the evening where people are watching this around the world, but get your...
it's the evening here.
Get your messages in the chat. Dro, Balde's quicker than anyone, so he gets on the end of the ball round the back. Here comes Alejandro Balde, tries to take on his man, cuts inside, options. He's got our Pedri, who's waiting for Koundé. Instead, the space is freed up to Lamine Yamal. Lamine, what a touch. Still Lamine. Is there a moment of magic at the start of the second half? There isn't, because it just got away from the 18-year-old.
Looked like there was going to be a moment of magic.
Yeah.
Turned quickly to the left and dispossessed. I want to remind that if you are a new member, you can vote for your favourite emoji pack as well, and we will create the emojis of the winning pack. Cat, Celebrations, Stadium and Anthem are the 4 options. It's on our YouTube. There's a post there in which you can vote. If you're a new member, go ahead and vote. We'll create the emojis. You can use them in our live chats.
Yamal nearly getting away there. Just blocked behind. Just blocked behind and out for a corner. 2 minutes into the second half. Get your votes away about your favourite new emoji pack.
Nearly giving us a reason to vote for the Celebrations pack there, Lamine Yamal.
Again, it was a goalkeeper just snuffing up the danger at the near post. Here comes Dro, who's received the corner short. Pedri. Now Lamine Yamal is a very good cross from Lamine. Yes, there is. Flicked on and tipped away at the far post. I thought it was 3, Robert. So very nearly. I think it might have been Eric Garcia. Or was it Firmino for a hat-trick? Well,
it was
my
Firmino.
God.
So close. Yeah, I might have to ask that question again.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might be an obvious answer. He's very nearly Firmino with a hat-trick there. Corner in by Rashford, and this time maybe it will fall to Eric Garcia just about upfield, and Olympiacos survive.
I'm going to ask the question again, Pablo. Will Fermin score a hat-trick tonight? Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, 2 goals, 1 assist. Guys, what do you think?
He very nearly did.
I'm feeling like it's a clear 1, this.
It's got to be. I mean, the way
clear, yes.
The way Fermin's playing right now, he's getting chance after chance.
It's yes all the way for me.
Olympiacos now with some possession. They don't look nowhere near as confident as they did for that spell in the first half, even in the opening exchanges of the second 45 minutes. That's something that will please Hansi Flick. And 2 goals from his team have managed to give Barca enough to assert themselves on this game. Dro trying a nice little trick there. He's got to be careful though. As here come Olympiacos with Podence. Stands that ball up well, but it's easy for Kubarsi. Kubarsi and Eric, they've marshalled El Kabi well so far tonight.
Yep.
Give them credit for that.
Not giving him a chance in the least. Olympiacos, let's remind everyone, haven't scored yet in the Champions League. Touch wood, I don't want to jinx anything. By the way, players who are warming up right now for Barca. Frenkie de Jong in that group. We didn't really get a glimpse of who else was there. I'm sure we will in a second. We could ask our colleague Paul Martinez. Let me just message him and see if he can let me know.
In the meantime, here come Olympiacos and a vital header away by Eric Garcia, and well, Olympiacos were adamant that was with the hand. It was certainly unorthodox. It doesn't matter anyway because Olympiacos have pulled one back 2-1, and there you go. They have now scored their first goal in the Champions League, and who else but El Kabi to get it? So not the start to the second half that Barca wanted. And just as we looked, Roberto, and we were, well, in control, pretty calm, pretty happy with how things are going.
I had to go and say it, didn't I? We thought it was going out for a corner.
Yeah.
Play just went on.
And bang. Yeah. First time in the night he's got in between Kubarsi and Eric Garcia, and he is strong in the air. And there you go. He gets his goal, and it was exactly what we thought it would be. A Podence cross, an El Kabi header, and a goal for Olympiacos.
Frustrating. We did say at the end of the first half, we don't want to let them back in. Don't overcomplicate the game. Give ourselves the opportunity to rest players in the second half. Go for a third, which we did, honestly. I mean, we had the Fermin opportunity, but here, Olympiacos find a way back in. El Kabi doing what he does best, score goals. This is his 6th goal of the season. The goal is being checked, by the way.
Just watch here a moment. I wonder if is there an offside in the build-up? There's some delay. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Oh, he's going to check it.
VAR.
He's going to check it.
Oh, potential. Why are they checking a penalty?
Oh, my goodness me.
They're looking to see if it's a penalty before
I did
the
not
goal.
know that was the way things were done. Surely you would just play advantage and give the goal.
Oh, it's because the...
Handball.
No. It's because the player who chases the ball after is offside.
No, it's for that. It's a handball for Eric Garcia. They're going to give Olympiacos a penalty.
But the ball goes off... Okay, so wait a minute. So
There.
But it goes off his shoulder.
Oh.
Is the player at the far post offside when the cross comes in, is my question.
I don't think so.
Because when
Yeah.
he goes off of Eric, they're checking to see if it goes off of El Kabi as well as Eric.
Yes, of
I
course.
think that's...
Yes. And they're going to say no. Well, this is a bizarre situation here.
Very
It's
bizarre.
quite hard to explain. Referee's decision ultimately is...
Penalty.
So, no goal for Olympiacos
goal.
yet. It remains 2-0. It's a penalty for Olympiacos. So, Robert, clearly, they're saying it didn't come off El Kabi. It came off Eric Garcia. It's a handball, and that means that the goal...
But why is there no continuation then?
I have not seen that before.
No continuation, Madabral says, because it's offside when the cross comes in, right? Because when the cross comes in, it's offside. And, I mean...
Does that not make
Never in my life have I seen a handball like that when the defender, when the defender has his back to the situation. And I thought it went off his shoulder more than his arm.
Yeah, we're
bizarre
saying,
situation.
he's saying if it's not a penalty, it's offside. But does that surely not mean that he was interfering with play, and in turn he's in an offside position?
Yes. Also, this is absolutely bizarre.
That was my interpretation.
I would like to see the replay again.
I'm guessing they're saying Podence is offside, but El Kabi wasn't. Who Eric Garcia stops the ball getting to with his hand.
Right, well, in Tech we trust right now. Come on, Tech.
Well, it's El Kabi for Olympiacos.
Hey!
Oh, he's scored. I thought he'd missed it, Robert. And after all of that, about 5 minutes later,
It's 2-1
Olympiacos do have one back. Barca 2, Olympiacos 1. And, well, what a bizarre passage of play. It's the Greek side who've pulled one back and are back in this game.
I need to see more replays of this to fully understand, because to me, that can't be a handball either. I mean,
You don't think that was far enough down the arm of Eric?
I don't think it was, but I mean, I may be wrong. I mean, I'd just like to see it again, because
I think it's just past the sleeve line that they try and mark now.
The thing was, I wasn't really sure what I was looking at when we were looking at it.
Also.
I mean, what are we looking for here? It's like the other day. Which game was it? We were looking to see if there was a penalty inside the box, I think, but there was
Sevilla,
also
maybe.
There was also a high boot. Or, so, yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, guys, we need a reaction here.
Yeah,
so give us some blue and red hearts. Give us some love for Barca, because we need a reaction in this second half. Nobody said it was easy.
Yeah, get him in there, people. I mean, not... Oh dear, careful.
Pedri.
When Pedri starts giving it away, that's when maybe the end is easy in the end as for Podence. Podence tried the little, like, Rabona there, the little...
Well, there's different takes on the chat as we were asking them for support and blue and red hearts.
Yeah.
Where are we? Sorry.
What's their interpretation?
Brett Liver says he wasn't even looking at the ball, which is my point. That's not Eric Garcia's fault. He's not looking at the ball. His arm is stretched out. I do get that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It's a really frustrating one for Barca, I must say, because you don't want to concede, not at this stage in the game. Start of the second half. You want to keep things tight, really. That was the message, wasn't it? Well, Podence, by the way, did get the assist before, then has gone into the...
Right, well, we told you that Madabral was in the VAR room trying to fix things. The penalty was unfixable, really. There he is. Madabral in the VAR room. He did everything possible to try and get the goal disallowed, to get the no penalty call.
Yeah,
but,
he called it over to the monitor and like...
There you go.
Oh, we need more of Mark in the VAR room.
I think he has a bright future.
Yeah, he's a natural talent.
With his like calm temper, his like lack of emotion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a cool head.
Yeah, he's a very cool head. Yeah. Right.
Olympiacos now. Well, maybe they will gain some belief back in the game with this one after getting themselves back into it. Another change. Onyemaechi is on in place of Ortega. So a change at left back for Olympiacos. I just wonder whether that's to deal with what Lamine Yamal composed going forward. That could be another booking, by the way, coming up here. Yes, it is. He's off. Red card. Olympiacos are down to 10. And there you go. Game changes in the blink of an eye, Robert. Remarkable. It's Heze who was booked in the first
come on,
half.
by the way.
He was booked and he's off. The captain is off. So there you go.
Red card.
Second yellow for Heze and he's off. And this game, Robert, is changing like that. In the blink of an eye, Olympiacos, who had just got themselves back in the game, maybe when they thought they were down and out at the start of the second half, they got the goal, and now they're down to 10. We'll have another look again here. I must say it's harsh.
That's harsh.
I must say it's harsh.
I think that's harsh for a second yellow. I think that's very harsh for a second yellow. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
I must say it's harsh. I mean,
if it's a second yellow, can VAR reverse it?
No.
No.
Decision made. They cannot intervene. That is done. I've just knocked something over, and
that's what Mendilibar is saying. There's no VAR, no.
And well, Olympiacos themselves.
No.
Yeah.
VAR doesn't intervene in second yellows. Well, we were speaking of changes. Who would you like to see, Pablo, in the second half? De Jong, Ferran, Rooney, anyone else?
I'm going to go for Frenkie de Jong, I'd like to see, because I think Barca needs to get a bit of hold of the ball in midfield. In fact, I'd like to see the three, I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm going to go for de Jong. And speaking of de Jong, he's going to come on.
There you go.
Case in point, right on cue, Frenkie de Jong for Barca. He's going to step onto the pitch here.
Timely question.
Yeah, quite right, because there's all sorts to discuss here, and it's going to be Dro who comes off.
Okay, well, give us your applauses for Dro. Round of applauses for Dro and for Frenkie de Jong. I was actually going for the emojis. There you go. Round of applause for Dro, who got his Champions League debut and produced an assist.
Yeah, marked with an assist. Great to see. I imagine now, Robert, that Fermin is getting out to the left-hand side, you'd expect, with de Jong joining Castro and Pedri in the middle. Well, what a mental start to the second half. A game we maybe thought would be quite calm in the second half and that things would be pretty stable. Barca now only have a 1-goal lead and Olympiacos are down to 10.
I have to say I'm not happy with either of the refereeing decisions. Because I think it's unfair that Edic was called for a handball there when he had his back to the situation. Granted, his arm is stuck out, but I mean, he barely sees the ball come down. Careful here.
Pedri wins it back. Pedri with a chance. Rashford now. It's Marcus Rashford for Barcelona. Good strength, even better defending though to get rid of him. And Olympiacos are not happy, I think, with the referee right now. You can see that.
Well, I was going to say that, Rizzo's having a go at the referee. I was going to continue by saying I'm not happy with the penalty call. It should have just been an offside. We're getting a look at it now. So there was no offside in the original cross. The thing is, does El Kabi touch the ball?
Sorry, what are they on about here?
I'm guessing they're saying that but no one in Olympiacos touches the ball there.
El Kabi, I think it hits off Eddie Garcia's hand, then it hits off El Kabi's head.
Does it? Oh, I
think it does. But what I'm saying is it's almost irrelevant now because they've given the penalty anyway beforehand, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
Well.
Okay, so Marbrau is just telling me he's the refereeing expert. He's in the VAR room. They're saying that if you, as the defender, touch the ball and the player who benefits from that touches the ball, if you touch the ball because you're forced to intervene because there's a player behind you, that's offside. It's the Mbappe rule. He
yes, it happened in it.
Exactly. So the other, so that's why it's offside.
You know what? You know where it actually comes from. And Mark, it comes from a Spain v France. I think, if I'm not wrong, Mark. Eric Garcia was also involved in the action from trying to stop Mbappe go through, and they changed the rule. But I'm still a bit unsure on that decision. I must be honest with you, Robert.
I'm unsure that it should be given as a handball. But anyway, that's what was given. If I was an Olympiacos fan, player or coach, I would be very mad that I'm playing with 10 players right now. And I say that as a Barca commentator. I think that's a very harsh yellow card.
It was a very hard. I mean, it's a typical of when you see the hand go up, and I think the referees now are thinking it must be a second yellow, as Koundé's going to get this clear. But actually, and once the player, in this case, let's go handball, Casadol goes down, referee almost bought it, didn't he? And he shouldn't have, because it wasn't. As it were, Olympiacos aren't stopping themselves here. Here they come once more. Pedri's in the way of it. And still, the Greek team come forward. In comes the cross. Should be Szczesny's. It is Szczesny's. And is able to get the ball to upfield. But Barca they've got to keep hold of the ball in those situations, not give it away too.
You're playing 11
riskily.
against 10. You're playing 11 against 10 here. Just outnumber them in terms of moving the ball around, find the free man. Barca are excellent at doing that. Just find ways of building quickly, at finding the free man. There's an Olympiacos player down now.
Yeah, there is an Olympiacos player down. The man who's taken the armband off Hesse, and I think it's Lorenzo Pirola who's taken it, and Mendilibar is furious in the touchdown. I'm not sure if it's with his players or if it's with the referee. It could well be with the officiating team, because I think you're right, Robert. I think they've been a little bit unfairly done here, actually, with the sending off to the player. But the referee was right on the scene here. He had nothing to do with it. Nice sportsmanship from Tech there, giving the bottle to... It's actually Retsos, apologies, not Pirola who's got the armband. So Retsos there with the armband on. And he's the man who had a bit of a blow to his face, I think. I think he's going to be okay to carry on. There was no medical staff who came on the pitch, so we're just going to play on as normal. Olympiacos fans still making their voices heard, and why wouldn't they? They're back in this game, and well, they would have hoped back in this game in very different circumstances with 11 v 11. Who knows how this game would have gone, but as it were, 11 v 10, it should be Barca now who really take control of things, and Flick surely more than ever be saying, get the 2-goal cushion back. Brilliant from Fermin, Rashford, and Fermin couldn't get it back again.
See, we almost got results off of that, but I don't get why we're playing the long ball. Minute 63, 11 against 10. We're sufficiently capable of just playing the ball around, beating that press, which, by the way, Olympiacos are keeping up. I mean, they're still being aggressive with that press in spite of having a man sent off. And Barca just need to do what they do best. Keep the ball, create off of possession, and trust the talent up front.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's 10 v 11 right now. I'm going to be honest with you.
Doesn't.
Olympiacos are still pressing high, as you said. They're still being just as brave without the ball, which, fair play, great to see from their perspective. And they're making this difficult for Barca, really difficult. It's not been a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination. And, well, Barca have work to do. Maybe Balde and Fermin can do some of that work here. This is Fermin Lopez, the man who's scored both of Barca's goals this evening. Fermin, skill on the left touchline. He comes inside now to Pedri. Nice switch over to Lamine Yamal. Come on, Lamine.
Some Lamine magic, come on.
We need it, don't we? This is De Jong. Balde made the run. Quick football. Rashford, Fermin. Rashford. This is brilliant. Rashford.
Hey,
that's a penalty. He has to give that. Oh, he's not giving it in lifetime. Surely he'll look at it with the video assistant referee. I must say, Rashford doesn't seem all too convinced. The referee didn't.
Did he start going down before the contact? Does he run into the keeper, or does the keeper run into him? I don't know.
I think that's a penalty.
I think that's a penalty.
I mean, he didn't seem that fast. That's a penalty for me all day long. I'm going to be honest with you, Robert.
Rashford plants his foot, gets a touch on the ball. The keeper...
What's Mark saying?
The keeper just slides into him, right?
They must give that. It's a penalty all day long, in my opinion. I think he's going to give it, Robert. I think he's going to at least have a look, surely.
VAR?
There we go.
VAR?
Oh my god, I can't believe if he doesn't. I really won't be able to believe if he doesn't give this. He's going to take a look. It's going to be a potential penalty for Barcelona, and it looked it, Robert. It really looked it. It looked it in live time on the replay. It was even more clear. And the images, the referee will be shown shortly. Barca have had 2 penalties this season. Lamine scored up by Ekas. Lamine's on the pitch here, and then Lewandowski, of course, missed out the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Penalty.
It's a pen.
So
okay.
Barca now nearly at the halfway point in the second half have the chance to make it 3-1, and José Luis Mendilibar will be thinking that everything's going against his team here at Montjuic. You'd expect it to be Lamine Yamal, who I think when he's on the pitch is going to take penalty duty this season. Flick, as is tradition, won't be able to look. Rashford, of course, is on the pitch and a good penalty taker, but I think this will be Lamine Yamal who steps up here for Barca. It will indeed. The 18-year-old, ball on the spot.
Here we go. Can he make it 3-1? Can he restore Barca's 2-goal lead?
This is the big moment for Barca. A goal, if it goes in, that would surely put Olympiacos out of sight. It's Lamine Yamal, yes, for Barcelona. He rolls it the wrong way at the goalkeeper, who dived to the other corner, and Barca have 2-goal cushion back against Olympiacos. Lamine Yamal crowns himself and makes it Barca 3, Olympiacos 1.
There you go. There you go. He sent him the wrong way. Calm all day long. Lamine Yamal just strolled onto the ball there and sent it into the back of the net. Low finish by Lamine Yamal. In a muted second half performance maybe by the number 10. But given the opportunity, he sends it into the back of the net in his first Champions League goal. And we're just seeing Mendilibar's complaint saying that the keeper's trying to avoid the contact with Rashford, but still the inertia is taking him towards the legs of Marcus Rashford. I get that Mendilibar has to complain.
You know what? I often agree with coaches and goalkeeper. I think they can often be harshly done because I often think, well, where else are they going to go? On this occasion, I actually think that the goalkeeper fouls Rashford as he goes through. I really do, and I think that was the correct decision to give a penalty.
Lamine Yamal's got special company in the stadium. Yeah.
And it's not Rafinha.
No, it's not Rafinha. No. Someone very close to Lamine Yamal in attendance at the Montjuic Stadium today. By the way, let's celebrate like he does. The 304.
I'm terrible at this. Remember your iconic picture of them, Roulette?
Yeah.
We need to have that in the archives to bring up.
It's got to be somewhere.
Surely.
Somewhere in my archives, but it needs to be in the Barca Live archives. That
alongside Marek in the VAR room, we need a few photos in store. Well, Barca now surely going to get the rest of the second half that we maybe thought would happen at the start of the second half. Then El Kabi's goal came after about 5 minutes of VAR review, and then the red card came about 90 seconds after, and it's been pretty much chaos since then. Something we didn't even speak about, Robert, in and amongst all that goal was the build-up. It was brilliant from Barca. The build to win the penalty between Fermin, between Rashford, excellent, really. And in the end, Rashford wins the penalty, but the little quick 1-2 between those two, very well done indeed. And of course, credit Rashford for winning the penalty and Lamine for so coolly sticking it away. Very similar to his penalty at Vallecas, I thought, actually.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Same side, I believe.
Yep.
Fairly central, but he'd already sent the keeper the wrong way. The keeper already gone, so Lamine Yamal only really had to push it in. Now here he is.
Here comes Lamine, trying to stand up his man. He's fouled his man. Linesman said, no, you haven't. Play on. Koundé now. This is Casador. Well, do Barca maybe just try and get a fourth. Here's Koundé. It could be the fourth. De Jong!
Hey!
And it's off the line and behind for a corner.
It was right underneath him. He couldn't adjust his body. He found the ball right at his feet before he'd managed to motion to shoot.
Well picked out from Koundé. It was a difficult one for De Jong to score there because, like you say, it was underneath him. I thought maybe if there was someone in the box like Rashford to pass to, that would have been a better option, but it wasn't to be.
Okay, triple substitution coming for Barca. So Rooney, Bardaggi, Gerard Martin and Ronald Araujo getting ready to come on. The question is, Pablo, in what position is Araujo playing tonight?
Striker? Can you actually imagine If he comes on when Barca are thrown out, I don't know what I'd do. Here's De Jong's cross. There's Eric. Oh, nearly. Very nearly. 4 for Barca if Eric had got on the end of that. Pedri, so as you said, Robert, triple change. Rooney, Gerard Martin and Araujo all going to be stepping on to the field of play very shortly. Here comes Pedri now for Barca. Pedri for Lamine. Lamine just threatening. Look at De Jong just wandering into that zone. Here's De Jong. There's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal.
Eee! So close. So close. Doing a Pedri, trying to skip past defenders and slot it into the empty net. He looked like he had it there, but took the extra touch, and it allowed 2 defenders to come across and deflect it for a corner kick.
Would have been one of the goals of the season, Robert. It reminded me of a special someone, the way he was dancing around the box there and just gliding across, and that special someone usually stuck them away, and that, well, he let the defenders back in. Great block in the end, I must say. Barca now really in control, starting to turn on the style, and hopefully, Robert, these last 20 minutes serve as a bit of a confidence boost ahead of the Clásico. I know it's 10 men that we're up against, but with the 3 changes too, should be some energy.
It's 10 men, but you still need to get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ultimately, once all 8 games in the league phase are done and dusted, no one's going to remember that you were playing against 10 men. All that will matter is that you got the 3 points and maybe the goal difference as well. So let's go for a couple more.
Yeah, without a doubt.
By the way, Paul Martinez, our colleague at the stadium, who will be interviewing the players after the game, he had a 4-1 in his prediction.
Ooh, mine's already out the window, by the way. I didn't even realise that when celebrating Lamine's goals. There you go.
Mine's out the window because
clean sheet.
I went for clean sheet,
Yeah, clean sheet gone as well for Barca, but 4-1 still on the cards. Pedri switch here is going to find Lamine Yamal. Brings the ball down very well indeed. Lamine threatens, drops the ball on the edge of the area to Pedri. Pedri now to Marc Casador. Went for Rashford, who's through the middle. It might well find Fermin at the back post. It does.
Let's go for a 4th here. Come on. It's almost like the penalty's been a Lamine awakening in this second
It has. It really has. Yeah, he's got his goal. He had the celebration. He's banging the game. Koundé now. Get it to Lamine. Feed him. It's all Barca now. Very calm, very collected, and starting to play good football again, which is nice.
Olympiacos had their moment. It faded the moment that Heze got the second yellow card.
Yeah, absolutely, and pretty harshly so. So difficult moment for them to accept, I think, in the grand scheme of things.
I think it's going to be a heated reaction from Mendilibar in the press conference.
Yeah, here is Lamine then, who's really on form now. Lamine deflected shots. And still no respite for Olympiacos because here's Balde and now Marcus Rashford. It's 4! Marcus Rashford strikes again in the Champions League for Barcelona, and Barca have 4 at Montjuic. It's Marcus Rashford who gets on the score sheet.
3rd goal for Marcus Rashford in this Champions League. He scored 2 at St James's Park, and here he finds the net to make it Barca 4, Olympiacos 1. Balde brought it down, and Marcus Rashford had all the time in the world to decide what he wanted to do there. From a standstill position, Rashford slots it into the back of the net, near post. It was almost like a golf shot, that Marcus Rashford goal.
Lovely, wasn't it? Dead ball completely, you're right, Robert. Just slapped it into the near post, and a goalkeeper rooted to the spot. An assist then for Balde, who I think's been very good tonight, and Rashford has his goal. Triple change coming up here for Barca. Jules Koundé is off for Araujo, who's on with the arm, and he's gone into a defensive position. Alejandro Balde is also off, as is Lamine Yamal. So triple change for Barca. Gerard Martin also comes on, and Rooney Bardghji comes on for what is his Champions League debut with Barcelona. Not his Champions League debut in total, because he's played for Copenhagen and scored with Copenhagen. I remember a game he scored against Manchester United.
Does he score tonight? Oh, it's all smiles in the...
It's all smiles
in
upstairs.
The player area, the injured players area at the Montjuic Stadium. And go to 15 minutes of action for Rooney Bardghji. Applauses, of course, for Lamine Yamal. Let's applaud him here as well.
He deserves it.
Applauses. For Lamine Yamal.
Bravo, Lamine, bravo. Really started to turn on the heat, didn't he, after the penalty? I thought. I agree. Those little 5-10 minute spell we got from there, he was really, really top. Well, here's Rooney getting the first service of the ball in the Champions League for Barca. Still Rooney.
Oh!
Oh, lovely skill from Rooney. How about this from Rooney? And it's going to fall here to Rashford.
There it is!
He's got his hat-trick. And Barca have 5 at Montjuic. It's Fermín López who's got his hat-trick. And the goals are flooding in at the Olympic Stadium. Barca 5, Olympiacos 1.
And it's 3 for Fermín. The Ferminator salutes to celebrate his third goal in the game. 5-1 Barca. It was going to be Fermín's all day, that loose ball that was floating down into the box. It was him or Rashford. He said, hey, I have a chance to score a hat-trick here, Marcus. It's going to be mine. But how about that from Rooney Bardghji?
And by the way, he takes the assist for that, Robert. It was a bit of a miss here. I think he was trying to go for goal from a tight angle.
He was absolutely trying to go for goal.
After what was a lovely piece of skill. And I must say, Robert, it came and I thought, surely he's going to leave it for Rashford. It's on Rashford's right foot. Surely it's his, and Fermín says, get out of my way. Left foot, no problem. And that's not just a hat-trick, it's a left-footed hat-trick.
It is.
For Fermín. Remarkable. Really is. And what a performance from him. We've asked twice now, will he get his hat-trick? Yes, he does.
We asked twice, and he delivered. Right.
3 times.
Live chat. We're in celebratory mode now, aren't we? Give us some blue.
Get him
hearts.
in there. Get him in there.
Get us some blue and red hearts. 5-1. Big win for Barca. Substitutions for Olympiacos. But it's nice to see Barca scoring in bunches again.
Relief almost in a way, Robert. You were saying we're due a big win, and you were spot on. We look as though we're going to get the big win here. Just the goals that even today didn't look like they were going to come, really. I must say, for such large parts of the game. But even after the sending off, I thought Olympiacos looked quite good. That penalty one has changed it. We scored the penalty, and from then on we've been brilliant. I mean, we've looked really good fun to watch. And Rooney couldn't quite keep that in, but he looks like a lively player off the bench too. I like him as a sub option a lot, by the way, in games to change things.
How about that little elastica Ronaldinho style
I know,
by
lovely.
Rooney Bardghji, eh?
Brilliant,
Wow.
brilliant piece of skill. Quite right. And amongst all of that, Meditaremi came on, experienced striker for Olympiacos. Just have Champions League pedigree with Porto and Inter Milan previously. This is Cubarsí. All smiles now for Barca at Montjuic, who are just guiding their way through the final exchanges here. As now eyes will begin to be turned towards Sunday's Clásico, but it's been a very good evening at the office in the end here for Barca.
My question is, we have one sub left, right, don't we? Yeah, because we brought in Araujo, Gerard Martin, Frenkie and Rooney. Do we get a Champions League debut?
Yeah.
Or do we get some minutes for Marc Bernal?
We may well. Here's Rashford before that. He's made it 6! Marcus Rashford's got another one. And Barca have 6 at Montjuic. They are bathing in goals here. This is a remarkable last 10 minutes or so. We've had 4 goals in the space of 11 minutes. And Barca have 6 at Montjuic. Barca 6, Olympiacos 1. Marcus Rashford with his 4th goal in this season's Champions League.
Is he on, is the question, as the pass is played through by Pedri. We'll see in a second, but Marcus Rashford taking that nicely on the edge of the box. A little touch to cut inside. Once again going for the near post finish. Marcus Rashford scoring a brace again, if that goal counts, in the Champions League. 2 against Newcastle, 2 tonight, getting rewarded for his efforts in that number 9 position. And it's raining goals at Montjuic.
Well, goalkeeper rooted to his spot, and Marc Bernal is going to come on. He's the final change then for Barca. There's the answer to the question. So Bernal on for Pedri. We still don't know if that goal is going to count or not, by the way. From Rashford, it
I think it does.
It does count. Yeah, there you go. So Barca do lead by 6. They look just off maybe in a replay we saw. But Rashford scores again. He is far out and away the top scorer in the Champions League for Barca this season. Marcus Rashford, well, 2 against Newcastle, 2 against Olympiacos. Starting to find his feet here. And both finishes, nice little near post finishes too from Marcus Rashford. Very nice to see from him. Caught the goalkeeper out on both occasions.
Right, I'm trying to think back here to ask the question correctly. Does Rashford have any assists in this game?
The first one, he wasn't him. The second one was Dro. The penalty, does that count as an assist?
No, that doesn't count as an assist. I never count penalties as an assist.
And then the one for Fermin, no, it was Rooney, and then the next two he's scored himself.
Okay, so no assists so far. Therefore, the question I am about to get onto our screens is the following. And I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't mean to be disrespectful to Marcus Rashford either. So, if we asked it with Fermin having 2 goals, we may have to ask, will Marcus Rashford score a hat-trick, guys? Are we going 7-1 with a Marcus Rashford hat-trick? Fermin scored his first hat-trick. Will Rashford get his first hat-trick?
Well, this has ended up being great fun, I must say, this second half. And I'm going to have to go for 1 on this question. He has to get his hat-trick. Come on. I think there's more goals than this for Barca, and especially with the energy they've got off the bench now too. Just want Rashford to get another one. Come on, Marcus.
I also want to say hi to Cyphervault, new member signing up with the basic pack. So, hello.
Good time to do it.
Good time to do it, to celebrate Barca goals with us. Will Marcus Rashford score a hat-trick? Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, 2 goals, 1 assist. 8 minutes plus added time to find out.
Yeah. Of which there might be a fair chunk because of the sending off and the VAR reviews and the penalty.
Then again, you always think,
at 6-1.
Is it really necessary at 6-1? Yeah.
Referee may well cut a good few minutes off here. It's a good point. Here's Araujo. Now, Marc Casador. Well, Flick will be happy as well, Robert, that he was able to bring off Lamine Yamal in minute 73.
Second consecutive game in which Lamine Yamal and Pedri are brought off before the final whistle. Yes. That's important as well, heading into El Clásico.
Really good, and the sort of thing we need to do more of, I think, to manage their minutes this season, which is very positive. So I'm really happy about that.
Especially in the absence of Rafinha, of Lewandowski. Ferran didn't get any playing time today in the end.
I thought he wouldn't if we had a big lead. I thought he wouldn't. This is Fermin. Maybe he wants 4. Fermin. Hang on a minute. Ball to the back post. Might find Rooney. Or instead, Eddie Garcia. Oh, he didn't catch it on his left foot at all. He actually had more time than he thought, I think.
Such a shame that he's not a left footer.
In the end. Well, we're just seeing the images now then of why Rashford's goal wasn't ruled out. It's tight. It is tight, but he was on. And that's why we have the semi-automated offside and not those lines that get drawn down that gave us all nightmares. So, there you go, Rashford. Cool, calm finish. Goalkeeper rooted to his spot. I'm not sure the defence are too pleased with him. And Rashford, 4 goals in 3 games in the Champions League. A new man at Barcelona.
He'll be happy to have established himself as a quality option for Hansi Flick. Granted, in the absence of Rafinha, Lewandowski, of Ferran, even Lamine Yamal when he was out injured.
And this is what he's good at. Rashford's in. Is this his hat-trick? Is this that's a penalty? Surely. And the referee is whacking his finger. Here comes Rooney. Rooney Bardghji laid off now to Casador. Have another look at that on the VAR room. And over by Casador. Well,
let's have a look.
Here we go again, Robert. I know Marc Baral's clicking away as we stand to have a look at the images. He's onside, so it won't be not given for an offside.
That's clear pen. That's a clear pen. He gets clipped from behind.
He trips him up, surely.
Yes, that's a pen.
And by the way, Robert, if they give it, the man who's on the pitch surely will take it in Rashford.
Give me some VAR. Nope. I mean, we aren't getting the graphic for potential penalty check.
We aren't getting anything, Robert, which would make me think that they've waved that away. I mean, hey, I don't know if they're just waiting for the ball to go out or something, but...
Well, it was a clear pen. I think it was clearer than the...
Is that just pity being shown to Olympiacos? It shouldn't be, not in a professional game.
I don't know.
I thought he was tripped.
I thought it was clearer than the first one, as a matter of fact.
Well, I don't think that's going to be given because it's pretty much been brushed over anyway. We'll find out in a moment. Now we'll see. No. Yeah. Brushed over, nothing.
We didn't even get the graphic.
Yeah.
Like potential penalty check. No. VAR seems like they never checked it. Right, we've got a poll on our live chat. Who's your MVP of the match? Is it Lamine Yamal? Is it Fermin? Is it Rashford? We're not going to give it away, because we're going to do that in the post-game show, in which we'll be hearing from players, we'll be hearing from Hansi Flick as well. We'll be analysing this 6-1 win in the Champions League, and we'll be talking a little bit about what's coming up on Sunday this weekend.
Yeah, lots to come up in the post-game, so don't go anywhere at full time because you want to hear from the players and Flick after this game, and indeed you want to get discussing this game because this is one of those games that you'll be wanting to watch the highlights on repeat for and get into Clásico mood. Here come Barca looking for 7 with De Jong. With Casado. Oh, look who's in the back post. He couldn't find him. Gerard Martin wins it. Rashford. Oh, remarkable skill, but in the end it's poked clear.
It felt like De Jong wanted to feed Rashford the hat-trick there. He was looking for him eagerly.
He was, and he had Rooney in, I think. Yeah. I love the way that... Well, here he is in again now, Rooney. Rooney Bardghji now trying to get around the back for Barca. Unable to do so. I love the way that when Rooney produced that little elastico skill on the sidelines that he went for goal himself as well from the most ridiculous of angle and ended up getting an assist out of it with the
slip.
Yeah, with the slip, but still great to see his confidence in trying it. Eddie Garcia now over the throw in for Barca here. We're just waiting for the clock to tick down. Rashford is really enjoying himself up there tonight for Barca. He's playing with a freedom and confidence. When he's got that freedom and confidence, he's certainly one of the top talents in Europe, I find, and got great capacity to push his team forward. Olympiacos very much resonating a broken team out there, which wasn't the case for large parts this game, I must be honest, and they gave a pretty good showing, I thought, for a good half an hour almost in this one before the red card.
There was a before and after with the red card. It's undisputable.
Which is often the way it goes.
Yeah.
Often the way it goes.
Right, well, one last time, live chat. I would like you to display your members emojis, the ones that you get to use because you are premium members on YouTube. This is a members-only live chat, therefore it's just you. It's just you. Come on, members, give us your Barca flags to celebrate. Celebrate this Barca win. Barca flags, whichever emoji you like. Give us cat if you'd like. Celebration emojis. Flood the live chat with emojis. Show us that you're there. Show us that you're celebrating this second win in the Champions League league phase, which for the moment will boost Barca's position in the standings. We'll see by the end of tomorrow's games where we're at, but this will definitely improve our position.
And here come Barca again. They want 7. Gerard Martin. Oh, didn't fall to anyone in the box. And Olympiacos survive.
After the hat-trick, I feel like Fermin has now become generous Fermin here because he could have taken the shot himself, really.
He's got his 3. He's saying, I'm quite happy with that.
Yep.
By the way, his first hat-trick for Barca, for Fermin Lopez, which was a nice moment. He's playing with a swagger about him. Here comes Rashford too, who wants another. And he's not going to get it because that was a good challenge on him.
You just saw the difference there. A player chasing the hat-trick or one who's already done his job.
Yeah. Interesting that Fermin is getting the full 90 minutes, and he's won it back again. And it's offside. Interesting that he's playing the full 90 minutes, Fermin. Yep. And that Flick hasn't thought that he's maybe one of the players he'd like to rest up for the Clásico. Clearly feels that he is in tip-top condition for that game.
He looks gassed now.
He does look out of it, Fermin Lopez, I must say. He does look completely out of it. Now then, Olympiacos on the ball once more, but Barca just ticking towards comprehensive victory in Europe, a victory that is going to help out the goal difference too, big time. They're going to get a +5 on their record here, Barca. And with 30 seconds away from seeing how much added time there's going to be at the end of the game, both sets of players would probably be chuffed without much at all being added on right now, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a couple of minutes, maybe a couple of courtesy minutes just to obey the rules.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out shortly. 4 minutes added on. I mean, it probably could have been more, in all truth, with the sending off, with the
substitutions, the goals,
the VAR reviews and whatnot. But hey, I think 4. That's probably the signal of there's 5 goals in this. It's an 11v10. We maybe should have added a lot of time, but we're going to add on 4 instead. So there you go, 4 additional minutes, which isn't a short amount of time either. I must say it's the same that Barca got against Girona, for example, on Saturday. So there you go.
Right, well, yeah, exactly. Right, in the poll on the live chat, it looks like Fermin is going to be our MVP. He's got 49% of votes, and you understand why. He gets his first hat-trick in the Champions League. He was the one who got the first 2 goals, the important goals, the ones that broke the game open. It's great to have him back.
It really is. Fermin Lopez. And here's Gerard Martin trying to get a cross in. Just makes the difference, I think, Fermin, when he's in the team. He sets the tempo a little bit, and goals win games, and he's a midfielder who brings you goals, which is an invaluable trait to have. I always feel if you can bring goals from midfield too, then you really do set yourself out above the rest, which is great to see. And something I love about this game too is, we've rested as well, being able to rest players before the Classic or play at a different tempo in the second half and build our confidence too. For this second half has served to build confidence for Barca going into that Clásico, which is also great to see.
Most definitely, and we'll see if we can get a couple of players back as well for that Clásico. There's hopes that Ferran, maybe Rafinha as well, will be able to take part, although Rafinha missing today's game would, by Hansi Flick's rules, would mean that he probably won't start on Sunday, but that's just speculation. Let's get this one done, dusted. It's important that we got the 3 points. It's important that we get a +5 as well in goal difference, and that this can serve as a confidence booster, as well as the Girona win. Here Bernal wins it back.
Well, I'm not sure what Olympiacos were doing there. They were caught at sea, really, and, well, Frenkie de Jong and Rooney were in, and Bernal saw Rashford, who was actually offside. Big chance on the far side for Barca, but in the end, Olympiacos get away without conceding a 7th there, because that was a big opportunity. Good to see Bernal on the pitch. Always is good to see him just racking up minutes, as he slowly recovers from his injury. Eric Garcia there taking a bit of a whack, but he's okay. He's playing right back, by the way, in these final moments. Araujo's gone at centre-back.
Eric looks like he's going to be very happy to hear that final whistle. So does Fermin as well.
There's a few players out there who will definitely take this now and just say, hey, get us in cotton wool ahead of Sunday. Nice rest, to be fair. Tuesday to Sunday is not bad. They can rest up now and prepare tactically, of course, in the training ground for what is going to be a real test against Real Madrid. So Barca now just trying to see out this minute here without conceding a goal. Kubarsi will see to any further danger. Dani Garcia now away by Eric Garcia, out for a throw-in.
Final seconds of this game. There was a stretch in there that had us questioning what is happening here. Olympiacos managed to get back into the game, but then that second yellow card, fair or not, it changed the game.
Yeah, that's the big moment, and Mendilibar, I'm sure, will make that a big topic of discussion in his press conference at the end of the game. And look, fair enough, it was a different game after that point. You have to think that Olympiacos conceded just 2 goals with 11 v 11, and 10 v 11 they've conceded 4. So it's a big turning point. We're just seeing a glimpse of some of the players that Barca have got out. So a reminder, the fact that we've scored 6 goals tonight with the injuries we've got, especially in attack, also a big positive, I think, for Hansi Flick's team. Surely the final action here is just going to be this throw-in and that clearance from Araujo. And there you go, full time at Montjuic. It ends. Barca 6, Olympiacos 1. Hansi Flick will be delighted with that. The final game before the Clásico ends in victory, and Barca back to winning ways in the Champions League 2 with a huge victory over Olympiacos. Robert.
3 goals by Fermin, 2 by Marcus Rashford. Lamine Yamal from the penalty spot got the job done, and the ball goes to the hat-trick scorer. First hat-trick ever for Fermin Lopez. Barca climb up in the standings in the Champions League. 6 points now with 2 wins and 1 defeat.
Well, wonderful day at the office of Barca. So they've beaten Olympiacos by 6 goals to 1.
And you can join us soon in the post-game show. We'll be coming to you with reactions from the player. Will we hear from the scorers? Will we hear from Fermin, the hat-trick scorer? Will we hear from Marcus Rashford? We'll certainly hear from Hansi Flick as well, who can be happy with